25% off windows and doors, and 0% APR for 24 months. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends February 28th, 2026.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. Don.
You're a filth bag. You're a sex star filth bag.
Hahn.
The guy's going to be 41.
Flicking it.
And Rosenberg.
Go look at Redford in that movie right now. You'll want to hook up with him. This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
3 o'clock in the big city. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on a Thursday. Hopefully everybody's having a tremendous day. Alan's at the Garden because the Knicks are playing the Pistons tonight, so that's nothing.
Back to work.
Kind of getting back to normal. Still a ways away from hockey returning. Got a week before that takes place, almost a week. But there is hockey in the air, guys, because Team USA on the women's side playing their gold medal game against Canada early third period, and the Canadians are up 1-0. So this could be quite the thing that we'll keep an eye on here in the third period.
I got to tell you, the team, for the men and the women, the Team Canada jersey is a thing of beauty. Just the big old maple leaf. It's a beautiful item. The USA, just respectfully,
oh, wow.
The USA,
Don't.
It just looks like a Rangers jersey.
Come on now.
I'm sorry. It looks like a Rangers game.
It doesn't look like a
different color blue.
Is
Rangers, yes.
Slightly.
But it's. I mean, come on.
It's you. What are you going to do? Red, white, and blue. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
It's fine.
What are they supposed to do?
No, listen. We don't try.
Some teal.
We were at war. We weren't trying. You know what I mean?
We weren't trying.
All we do is throw up a USA. The leaf is something.
I didn't like the black maple leaf that Canada had going yesterday.
I didn't like that either. Actually.
Well, this is a red leaf.
No, the U.S. The Canada women's is good.
Yeah.
The men's one was a black leaf.
They have a version where it's a black maple leaf.
No, I like this one. This red leaf is beautiful. Don would love being Canadian.
It's a leaf.
Listen, it's a leaf.
We rake leaves. Like, look, what do you want? It's a leaf.
Well, not so far today.
Yeah, we're not raking yet.
Not raking yet.
Still early.
Let's get a leaf blower
15 minutes left to go.
Let's see if we get something here.
But we might have lost Alan already, but we'll get him back because you know why?
I'm right here.
Because the Knicks are back, and it's not just the Knicks are back. It's they're playing the Pistons. And this is kind of those, and I hate the word litmus test, guys, because that to me, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's just a semantics game. When you say measuring stick game, litmus test game, the Pistons should be looking at it as this. I understand they're the better team. They've got the better record. They got the best record in the NBA.
Sure.
Very quietly, they have passed the Thunder. Best record in the NBA. But the Knicks were the favorite going in. I still think the Knicks are the favorite to go to the final. The Knicks went farther than Detroit did last year.
No, you bet your ace.
So, I mean, and I know that it hasn't gone well against the Pistons so far this year, but the last game, not everybody played, and not everybody's going to play for Detroit in this one either. But, hey, it's a game. It's a game you'd like to win. It's a game that I think starts, as Alan said, the gauntlet. Yep. The next 8 to 10 games, all very, very good outside of the games against the Bucks and the Bulls. Every other game is against a really tough opponent. They got a Western swing at the end of it, too. But I don't want to get too caught up in it, Alan, because, again, last year they got killed by the Cavs and the Celtics, and it didn't matter in the postseason. So I think it's kind of cool. It's kind of, all right, let's see where we're at. But I'm not freaking out over this game. I'm glad right out of the box we haven't had basketball in a while, so it's good to get these two really good teams playing each other in the first game back from the break. But I don't think anything can be declared by what happens tonight. Do you?
No, nothing declared. But certainly, especially without Jalen Duren's going to be out and Isaiah Stewart, so the two of their best big men, two of their most physical, of course, big men that set big screens and all that, like they're not going to be there because of the fighting suspensions. So that's significant. So it's one of those games, like even Mike Brown said it. He's like, they didn't just win the games. They beat us pretty bad. And he said it's like you're saying, it's not that it's more important than any other game, but there does come a point where as a team, you got to kind of dig in and be like, all right, we need to let them know. Like we're not, especially without those two guys. And in our building, like the attitude has to be a little different tonight. to kind of start the focus of down the stretch they come, which is what we are. 27 games to go here. There has to be some sense in this game tonight of, I don't know if you're sending a message, but at least just make some little statement about, don't think that we're just laying down against you guys. We're going toe-to-toe, and you got to be ready for what we're going to be here down the stretch and if we ever meet in the postseason.
Who's out for the Knicks tonight?
Just I think Deuce. I think Anunoby's listed as questionable, but he did. I think he said he was going to play today.
Yeah, that changes things if he doesn't play.
If OG plays, they got to win.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think they've got to start. Look, they won 10 of their last 12 games. They smoked the Sixers in the last game they played them. The ugly one was the overtime loss to the Pacers. We all know that. But they had some really impressive wins down the stretch before the break. It's as if they were finding themselves. They just added 2 bulldog kind of personalities to the team off the bench. And this first 10, if I'm Mike Brown, I'm wondering how he handled the break when they came back. They had a couple of days of practice, because I would want to have this to be the tone setter. Like you said, Don, next 10 games, 8 of them are against teams in the top 6 in the East or the West. They're playing a lot of really good teams. They have one of the hardest, I think the 10th hardest remaining schedule. They still have 2 at the Thunder, 2 at the Rockets, and they've got to still play Detroit one more time after this. This is the one more time. Denver, the Spurs again, the Celtics again, and Cleveland, who has been playing better. So there's some mess. And after they get through the 10, it really softens up. So what you do
really
here,
softens up. It's crazy.
Yeah. So what you do here really sets you up for what seed you're going to get in the postseason, and you want to, so that if you have to see Detroit, you don't have to see them to the conference finals. Right?
Right.
That's the team that if we're on a collision course, I'd rather see you later than earlier in the playoffs, because a young team later in the playoffs, it's got to be a different feel versus a veteran team that's gone deep in the playoffs the last couple of years.
But when you get a game like this, you do get opinions, and Stephen A. Smith has been on First Take the last couple of days, really putting it out there for the Knicks that it has to be this year and how big this game is. Here are a couple of things that Stephen said over the last couple of days about the Knicks, and this is the big one for me. Knicks have to win the East this year.
Detroit's not going away. Cleveland's not. LeBron might go back to Cleveland next year. Who knows? Yeah. You understand? Yeah. And even if he don't, you looking at Harden with Donovan, with Mobley, with Allen. It's like, Cleveland's not going anywhere. Tatum coming back. I know the New York Knicks had him last year, but damn it, that was last year. This is Tatum and Brown. They ain't going away. So if you're the Knicks, this is your moment. You got to seize it. Because if you don't, chances are there's no time in the future we can foresee you doing it.
I completely disagree. Not necessarily that it's not going to be hard. Yeah, or harder. But can we stop with the whole the Knicks are there. The Knicks deserve to be there. By the way, they beat the Celtics with Tatum last year. All right? Now, I'm not saying that they would win every series against them, but they beat them last year. All right? I'll believe the Cavaliers when I see it. I know they got Harden, but we don't know Harden's going to stay there any length of time. How do we know the Pistons aren't going to be the Cavs from last year, Alan? Great team in the regular season, but they got banged up at the wrong time. I just think you need to embrace the fact that the Knicks, this is an important year, no question, because I think it's going to get a lot harder. But to definitively say that your window closes if you don't win this year, I think is not showing enough respect to this team.
Yeah, I feel like it's odd that there's a lot of doom and gloom and a lot of fear-mongering when it comes to the Knicks. I mean, as I've said, I'll just get right to the point. I've said this a million times. If they don't get to the finals this year, you expect the Giannis thing will come back and will become a real thing again.
Right. Well,
and
never
by then,
mind. Right.
And by then, who's going to say, this team needs more time? That's 2 years that you gave this group, right? It's 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't get there, they got to the conference final last year. If they don't get there this year, they don't take another step this year, you have every right to then say, well, this guy's 32. He wants to be here. We got to make it happen because I agree with what Stephen A. said. There is a window. There is, because Brunson's, 29, 28? Like, you're not getting younger.
Right.
You have to, Anunoby's 28. Hart's 30. You have got to understand that you've got a couple of years here to try to strike. So that's why if they end up going into the summer and then they get Giannis, how do you possibly say that they'll never have another chance again?
Yeah, because that's the piece that he's missing is that if they do bow out early, they'll go out and get Giannis.
You got to know that's there.
Right.
You got to know it.
And listen, I think there's a big difference between being bounced in the first round and going 7 tough games with Detroit, maybe coming up short, and saying, all right, we'll go after them next year. And maybe we get Giannis, maybe we don't, but I'd still like another crack at them. It was a tough series last year, right? And the Pistons got better. So why couldn't there be another tough series against the Pistons and the loser gets better the next year? So it's an interesting. I think sometimes we look at the Knicks because they haven't won in a long time as being the little engine that could, and certainly last year was a surprise. I don't think anybody had on their bingo card them going to the conference final and beating the Celtics the way that they did, but they did. And instead of looking at it as a fluke, and now you got to take advantage of it being wide open because Halliburton's out and Tatum's out, well, why can't you say, well, they belong here? And they are better. And they made the coaching change, obviously, for a reason. And for the most part, it looks like it has worked. When healthy, this looks like a better team than last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The other...
I find that, it's what you said, though, Don. It's amazing, but it's really true. It's almost like we're giving more credit to other teams and their situations than you are acknowledging what the Knicks have become. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's very strange. But I guess it's that built-in. We're just so used to them not being good enough, and those 11 games. It's all they were. Scared the hell out of people, and that's it. They have the 5th best record in the NBA, the entire league. They have let me see. They have the 3rd best offense. They're almost top 10 in defense now. They're 11th. They're doing a lot of things that great teams do. And yet we're looking at, oh my God, Cleveland got James Harden. James Harden hasn't gotten, what has he done in the playoffs? We know what he does in the playoffs. And then it's Mobley and Jared Allen. We also know what they do in the playoffs. You're looking at that roster and thinking that's scary? They've got guys who, when they get in the playoffs, that's their kryptonite. So how are you giving them more credit as a threat than you would say the Knicks are a threat in the East? There are teams that are looking at I'm telling you this. And if you don't believe me because I'm biased and all that stuff, fine. Listen to Brian Windhorst. There are people in the East that are looking at the Knicks like, you got to watch out for them. Because when they click, they're dangerous. They're really hard to cover when they click. They are the dangerous team. Boston doesn't have Tatum. It's highly unlikely they will. If he does come back, I'd hate to see it because it's really hard to come back from the Achilles. Next year, yes. But look at their roster. They don't have that same team. There's no Porzingis. There's no Horford. There's no Drew Holiday. They don't have the same team they had. So when Tatum comes back, they still have to fill a lot of issues. Detroit is very good, and you got to respect them. But outside of that, I don't understand why there's so much of this fear of the Knicks failing when this year they have told you more times than not that they actually are that team that should put fear in other teams.
Yeah, and it's interesting how the narrative changes. This time last year, honestly, Peter, you follow the game. Where did you have the Indiana Pacers? I
thought they'd go 7 games with the Thunder in the finals.
And now all of a sudden, well, they're out with Halliburton, as if they were just automatically just going to go back and be dominant again. I'm not trying to take anything away from their run, and I think the Pacers are a bad matchup for the Knicks. We know that. But Halliburton coming back does not automatically put them in the conversation to win a championship just because of what they did last year. Now, you could say the same for the Knicks, but I think the Knicks are proving to you this year that last year was no fluke. So let's just see how it plays itself out. The other thing that Stephen A. Smith said, and he said this yesterday. We didn't get a chance to get to it because we knew today was going to be a big Knick day with not a lot going on, and the Knicks starting their game against the Pistons tonight at the Garden, which will be heard right here on ESPN New York beginning our coverage at 7 o'clock. Stephen A. Smith thinks they got to win tonight.
You cannot lose this game. If you lose this game at the Garden, even though it's the regular season, at the Garden, without Duran and Stewart, I'm going to lose all hope. I'm going to lose all hope against Detroit. If you can't beat the Detroit Pistons, if you're the New York Knicks, fresh off of 2 ass whippings this year against them, and you go up against them, and you cannot beat Detroit without Duran and Stewart, without your front line, there's no reason for me to believe they could beat Detroit come postseason.
Now, I do think I need to see what it looks like. If you get blown out by 20 points, I think I'm with Steven.
Yeah, they're minus 59 in 2 games. So, yeah,
well, especially
you don't want to lose by 20.
And OG plays, because last time OG didn't play.
Yeah, if OG doesn't play and they lose by a bucket, I'm not killing them.
Right. But if OG plays and they lose by 30, I think it's Houston. We do have a problem here.
Now, I love this man. I'm going to see him tomorrow. Did that man say, I'm going to lose all hope?
All hope.
All right, save that.
Yeah, stop it.
Seriously, bookmark that.
Because what were you saying last year?
I'm going to lose all hope. All hope. Save that. Save that.
But last year.
What was their record against Boston, Cleveland, and it was one other, and Oklahoma City last year?
Oh, it killed, except with the one game against Oklahoma City. Right, but other games they got
I'm saying, what was their
killed.
record, though?
Well, they didn't win a game, right?
They didn't beat any. Yeah, they didn't beat any of them. All right, and then they faced the Celtics, and in the first 2 games in Boston, what'd they do? Flip the series.
There's a history of
you can't lose all hope.
No.
Now, I know what he's saying. What he's saying is that he'd be very worried because you need to see a response, and that's what Mike Brown said. Mike Brown said the same thing. We need to show something here. Like, we can't just keep taking these losses and think it's no big deal. There is a mental aspect of this that you gotta do, and you want to set a tone. You want to tell the rest of the league on the other side of the All-Star break, we're here, right? Like, you want to do that. So we've all been waiting for this Knicks team to throw a punch. They just rarely do. But last week, they went into Boston, and they threw a punch. Super Bowl Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we can't not, overlook that. They went into Philly, and they played a Sixers team that has given them fits this year and is kind of trying to, act like, hey, we're on the rise. We're coming. We got a backcourt you can't guard. And they threw a punch. They were up by 30. It was the Let's Go Knicks chance in that building in Philly. So let's see more of that. And this is another opportunity to do that because I think what we're learning and what Stephen A. said is that as good as the Knicks have been this season, people still don't believe in them. And if you need some type of chip on your shoulder, some type of motivation, and you wearing that jersey, that's your motivation. As good as you are, people don't believe in you yet.
No, they don't. Now, the question is, do the Knicks believe in themselves? Do the fans believe in themselves? Does the New York media believe in the Knicks? I mean, that's a question.
Right.
I mean, Stephen A. is a Knick fan, but I don't know if he represents how Knick fans feel. I've always felt Knick fans always skew positive, but that's why we take your calls. So 1-800-919-3776 and how you feel about this team. And do you think it's a litmus test? Do you think it's a measuring stick game? Do you think it's a must win? All the things that get thrown out. It's a sexy game, and it's a great, the NBA, I don't know how much they planned ahead, but to have these two teams play each other right out of the break, I think was a phenomenal idea. Get everybody going. You're going up against Olympic coverage, and, people are still maybe in that all-star break, bang, right out of the box. Big game, fun game, at the Garden. Pistons, Knicks, Javier and Queens. You're on ESPN New York. You get us started on Hahn Rosenberg.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Thanks for taking my call. Happy
Always.
to be leadoff for you guys today. So in regards, tonight's game and also just the week coming up as a litmus test, personally, I view it less of a litmus test for the actual team and the players. I think it's a bigger litmus test for Mike Brown, right? We know what this roster can do. They've already proven that they can go far into the playoffs. They've already proven that they can beat Cleveland, they can beat Boston, they can beat Philly. Not only that, but in the playoffs, Knicks fans travel better than maybe any other franchise. You know what I mean? Like, the Knicks have so much going on for them that I feel good about it. I just think that the home stretch is more about Mike Brown either pushing them to make sure that they are at least a second seed and secure home court through the first 2 rounds, or if he's going to play it safe and sit a lot of guys and just make sure everyone's very healthy for the playoffs. And tonight's game is not a must-win. No one should listen to Stephen A. Smith. I don't know why anyone ever does.
You listen to Stephen
tries to light a fire.
Yeah, he's compelling. And I think what he said, just to defend Stephen A. What he's saying is, to me, it's emphasizing the point that as much as this team has done this year, there's not enough trust in them yet. And I think that's what the point he's making now. He's saying it in his, of course, demonstrative way that gets your attention. But that's what he's saying, is we don't trust you yet as a true contender. And you need to start showing it. That's why he said what he said, in my opinion.
I get that. I get where it's hard to people to actually say the Knicks have a shot of winning a championship because most of us have not seen them do it in our lifetime. But, for me, this week, I think the bigger game is Saturday, which I'm going to and I'm super excited for. The Rockets are legit. They're ready to go. I'm even more excited to see that game. But I want to see how Mike Brown carries this team the next couple of weeks. I think that's going to tell us what kind of coach he's going to be in the playoffs. But as for the players, that they can wake up on the first day of the playoffs and they can do it. They have proven that the last 2 to 3 seasons. Brunson has been a great leader, and the fans have been amazing that the Knicks have gone further every single year. So there's no reason to feel down about this team, but there's also no reason to feel like tonight is a must-win. I think that's absurd.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
Let's go Knicks.
Javi, we like to build this up because it's a big game. Mm-hmm. So the bigger you build it up, the more fun it's going to be, the more eyeballs watch it. But I think everybody can look at it and say, all right, it's a regular season game. And the Pistons are shorthanded. The Knicks might be shorthanded too. It's not as bad as it was the last time these two teams met each other, but it should be fun. But I don't think anything is going to be declared on February 19th about what's going to happen 4 months from now.
No.
You just have the right
Last year proved that.
You just have the right to be nervous about it.
Yeah, a little bit. And it'll be our open tomorrow for sure, as we get ready for the weekend and what the Knicks are going to do in this first game of the gauntlet. 1-800-919-3776. USA still down 1-0 to Canada. Less than 5 minutes to play in regulation. Ooh. So it's scary time for us in Italy. More of your calls. That Guy Thursday coming up at 4:30. We've got ENN coming up at 6. Full vehicle take you up until 7 o'clock. And one of our guys, Kendrick Perkins, said something very interesting we've got to play for you today, also on First Take. Let's get into it. Hahn Rosenberg until 7 here on ESPN New York.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-50 2.5 S Select all-wheel drive for $219 for 33 months. Or buy with 1.9% APR financing for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN TN466016. MSRP $32,010. Zero security deposit. APR $28.60 per month for $1,000 finance. Ends 3/2/26.
Hi, I'm John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. You know what's interesting about the words personal injury? The first word is person. And at D'Agostino & Associates, that word means everything. That's because I handpick every person in our firm, from the pleasant professional person who answers your call to the experienced person litigating your case in court. Because every person in my firm is an extension of me. And the only way to exceed our clients' expectations is to deliver the highest level of personal service every single time. And that starts with hiring the right people. You see, we know that every client is a person too. Someone going through the toughest time in their lives and deserves to be more than just a file number. At D'Agostino & Associates, we put the person back in personal injury. So call 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222 and ask for me, John D'Agostino, and let's talk about your case, person to person. D'Agostino, law, bite back.
This February at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, love is in the air with our $100,000 Roll into Romance drawing. Be here on Fridays in February from 3 to 7 p.m. when each hour one lucky guest is drawn to roll the dice for a shot at winning up to $5,000. Earn entry starting at 2 p.m. Club members can earn up to 5 times entry multipliers at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Want to know why betting the winter games on FanDuel makes sense? Well, from game lines to medal counts to finding your angle on the events you care about most, FanDuel gives you more ways to stay connected to the action. The winter games are on, and there's no better way to follow them than with a bet on FanDuel. Which winter event do you have a good feeling about? Figure skating, bobsled, skiing, snowboarding, curling matches that start slow and somehow get tense fast? Speed skating decided by inches, hockey games that just feel different from the opening face-off to final horn, and so much more. Want to know why betting the winter games on FanDuel makes sense? Well, from game lines to medal counts to finding your angle on the events you care about most, FanDuel gives you more ways to stay connected to the action. The winter games are on, and there's no better way to follow them than with a bet on FanDuel. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. FanDuel, play your game. 21 plus and physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. Good afternoon. We're going to start off in Jersey. Stay away from 46 eastbound over by McBride Avenue in Little Falls. Crash in the left lane. You're not moving much from 23 in Wayne. Inbound George Road work on the upper deck. Just about a 5-minute ride. Heading over to the outbound side. A broken down car underneath the apartments on the lower deck blocking the right lane. That as you bumper to bumper on the Cross Bronx westbound from White Plains Road on through. Outbound Lincoln and Holland tunnels just about 10 to 15 minutes each. Not so great on the LIE westbound in Queens. Crash involving a box truck by Springfield Boulevard blocking the 2 left lanes. Been out there for over an hour. You're jammed from Lakeville Road in Nassau County. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Ellie here is getting the sleeve she's always dreamed of. She worked with Empower and planned for her next move, so she got good at money. Now she can be a little bad. Oh, by the way, you spelled journey wrong. No worries. She can afford the cover-up, too. Ooh, check out my tat. It says, invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Time is valuable. That's why Lowe's Blueprint Takeoffs turn blueprints into quotes faster. Bring us your plans, and we'll generate itemized material lists to make quoting easier so you can get back to building. Plus, at the Lowe's Pro Desk, you get access to thousands of building materials not sold in store. And when your order's ready, we'll deliver everything to the job site. Improving is easy at Lowe's.
Hillary Knight with 2:06 left in regulation. Deflection in front ties the game for Team USA at 1 with Canada. So we might be headed to another overtime here involving a U.S. team, this time in the gold medal game. I got to tell you, it's hard to watch and be on the air at the same time, but I give Canada credit. They weren't laying back. They were getting a ton of opportunities to try to make it 2-0. Mm-hmm. But then the USA got a face-off in the offensive zone, pull the goaltender, and they just overwhelmed them. So 5-on-5, Canada can play, but once they pulled the goaltender, it was a tie game almost immediately. So we'll see. About a minute to go, tied at 1. So we'll see if we end up going into overtime a second consecutive day. USA takes on Slovakia tomorrow at 3:10. Semifinals, if they win that game, it's off to the gold medal game on Sunday, which will be at 8 o'clock in the morning. 1-800-919-3776, number of the call. We're talking some Knicks. Something else came out of First Take today that really had us having a heated debate during our meeting. And I think it's a fascinating comment by Kendrick Perkins, who's a friend of the show. And you know he's a big Knick guy. Mm-hmm. Big body Brunson.
Big body Brunson.
And he says he's not scared of the Pistons. And he also already believes something very interesting.
You know who's not scared of the Detroit Pistons? It's a guy by the name of Big Body Brunson. He don't give a damn about them. And that's the reason that I have confidence in the New York Knicks, because I got confidence in Jalen Brunson and what he has displayed to us over the last 2 seasons, especially in the postseason, especially when you talk about being clutch, winning clutch player of the year last season. Do you realize Jalen Brunson is already a top 3 greatest Knicks player, top 3 greatest Knicks players of all time?
Absolutely.
But guess what?
Absolutely.
I told him in his face, he's only a championship away from being the greatest Knick of all time.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Wow.
Love you, Perk. One.
Lost you.
One. Understand that Clyde, the man, is still with us. And Willis, God rest his soul, they had 2. I hate this because they make me
it's tough.
have to argue about people I care about, right?
And you love. You think it's great.
Because I care about Melo. I love Patrick. I love Clyde, right? Brunson has been a revelation. He's changed everything for us in our business, right? You can't make these kind of statements. Now, I agree with him that Jalen Brunson walks into Detroit and he's not shaking, right? Like, this is not.
He had me until the top 3.
Yeah, once he said top 3, it's like, all right, we can kick that around, because I think if you go Clyde Willis, you can make the argument that Jalen could move to 3 because of the ring, right?
Yes,
and his impact on winning
it.
That's, you got to admit, like that. As much as you love Patrick and the 15 years he put in here, the ring's the thing. That could have him leapfrog. Jalen Brunson's already a Hall of Famer, basketball Hall of Famer. That's locked. When he retires, he'll be in the Hall of Fame. Look at his college career, because you add that to the resume. He's in. But when it comes to all-time Knicks, think about since he got here, what the Knicks have become. It's the other part of it that I don't understand when there's a lot of this fear-mongering when it comes to Knicks stuff, is I just don't understand. Do we not recognize what this guy does in certain, like what he in the playoffs? In the playoffs, which would you guys agree is the time that matters most?
Oh yeah, that's where legends are born, in the postseason.
He averages 30 points a game. 30 points a game. So he takes his game to another level. They have done a ton of winning in a short amount of time since he's been here, and so all those things have to come together. Now, Carmelo Anthony had a really good run here as a Knick. The ending, though, the last couple of years, did tarnish the image that I believe he had as a Knick. But he's beloved. Everybody that sees him at the Garden, they love him. For Brunson, there's obviously going to be more years here. You expect him to retire here. And in the end, you have to think that he's going to be on the list. He'll be on the short list of all-time greats. But put the ring on? Yeah, I could see 3. I could see it.
Yeah, I think if you wanted to say he's on his way to being a top 3 Knick, he's banging on the door, all those things. But the question that I ask is, if for some, outside of winning a championship, all right, the Knicks have a great season and they lose in the final to the Thunder in 4 games, 5 games, 6, whatever.
Yep.
And then Brunson, for whatever reason, decides, you know what, I'm going to retire. I'm done. Is he getting his number retired? His number 11 in the rafters at Madison Square Garden.
So no ring.
No ring.
Does he get to the finals?
How much longer does he play?
Gets to the finals.
He does get to a final.
And just decides to retire.
How this year?
Right.
Give me how many years? So this year?
Yeah. I'm just saying right now.
At the age of 29.
But my point is that if you say no because there's still more work to be done, then he can't be any higher than 8th because there are 7 retired numbers already. And they are contemplating a conversation about retiring Melo's number. So you can't say he's 3 yet. Now, go out and win the championship this year. We'll have a conversation.
Yeah.
Play the next 3-4 years, and the Knicks win a championship, or even if they don't, but he plays great, and he's still averaging 30 points a game in the postseason, he can get there. You can't just say now that only Ewing and Frazier are better.
Well, you can say it.
I mean, you could say anything, but I don't think it. There's no. So he's better than DeBusschere. He's better than Monroe.
Well, you're saying a better Knick then.
Well, because those are the retired numbers. So obviously the numbers retired for the body of work they did here in New York.
Right.
So there are 7 retired numbers.
Yeah.
But Alan, he is better than DeBusschere and Monroe, no? Or is that crazy?
Maybe he's an overall basketball player based on what he did before he got here.
But doesn't have enough.
Is he a better Knick?
There's not enough. There's not. Earl Monroe came as he was a star in the league, but really people forget that beyond 73, what he was as a vet as they went through a terrible and very awkward transition into the late 70s. He was one of the last guys left that was trying to keep the standard going. There is a tremendous amount of respect that Earl Monroe deserves because of the time he put in when
it's a long run. It's longer than
I do think time served does matter when it comes to this.
Well, it's 8-9 years. A few years that were shortened.
Right.
But no, it's a long run.
Yeah, and I think that matters. Again, Patrick's 15 years can't be overlooked. But it's a long time. Like he established himself as somebody who was, born and raised.
And the other thing that, listen, we're a long way from this happening. But believe it or not, this is year 53 without a title.
Yeah.
So the Rangers' run was 54 years.
Yeah.
So we're almost even now. And there was another number 11 that came here, much deeper into his career, already on a Hall of Fame trajectory, and more decorated, had won championships, actually 5 of them when he came here, in Mark Messier. And he talked about slaying a dragon, and now he lives forever, going on 32 years later.
Yeah.
Brunson, if he wins the title, is going to do the same thing. And it's ironic he wears the same number.
I know.
And
he's a captain.
And it is kind of, and then that'll put it right up there because if you're going to give Messier the credit for slaying a dragon, this dragon's just as big.
Yes.
Spitting as much fire as the one did on the hockey side of things. So that's how long it's been, man.
Yep.
And that's how long it's been since the last time the Rangers won. But think about that, 54 years when the Rangers won in '94.
All you have to do is say this, Don. In 1994, when you said 1940. You were like, my God.
My God.
They were barely driving cars back then.
Right. Different. We were at war.
Yeah. Well, now, because we were young, we were in our 20s. So think about somebody in their 20s now going, 73? Forget there wasn't an internet. There wasn't even, it was barely color TV then.
If the Knicks don't win the title this year, 73... 40 is the new 73. That's that. Think about that. 1940 and 73 would be together as far as the distance between the championships.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It really
and even
is.
though Peter wasn't alive in 73, I was 5. And how old were you?
I was not yet 2.
But 73 doesn't feel like that crazy long time ago compared to the way it felt in 94 when we said 1940.
Oh my God, 1940. Think about it. Wasn't that pre-war?
They were just because the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor in 1941.
Yeah,
the Germans. Oh, sorry.
Let him go. He's wrong.
I gotta tell you, I'm sorry.
I don't want to give away that guy. We're gonna save that for 4:30.
But it's me.
But no. Yes and no.
Oh,
it's not only you. I throw you in the group of the people that I'm going to tear up because you still don't know what hell I'm talking about.
I like this.
Stay tuned. That guy Thursday
4:30
at 4:30, less than an hour away.
Oh my God!
To you and me.
I can't wait now.
But I think overall, we love what Perk said. I don't think there's anybody as scared of the Detroit Pistons. All right.
Well, I mean, the only one thing I did say though,
I'm not as scared.
It was just funny though, because when he drops the big body Brunson, it sounds like almost he's doing an impression of himself.
Yeah, I know, right?
Can we hear the beginning of it? You have the clip over there?
I've got it right here, buddy.
Body.
The beginning.
Who's not scared of the Detroit Pistons? It's a guy by the name of Big Body Brunson. He don't give a damn about him. And that's
all right, that's good. Now, but here's the thing.
It's like Charles Bronson.
Yeah, but I will tell you this. It's also just funny to hear it because, I don't know if Brunson was scared in the last game. Maybe he wasn't scared. They still lost by 1,000 points.
Oh no, he and they beat him up. He had no chance.
It was over in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So
no. I'm this is again JB Bickerstaff. He maniacal about that.
I guess,
shot. They'll never forget that team. That shot he hit in Game 6, the little crossover,
Right. Well,
the dagger. Classic. That shot is one that I think he's like, you know what? I don't care if Cat has 100 points. Brunson is not beating us. that's the part that I think if there is a series that Jalen Brunson has to almost concede, I'm the decoy. Someone else.
Well, if we're looking at that moment and we're talking about how Brunson handled the playoffs, I think you could remove the Pistons part of it and say that big body Brunson ain't afraid of anybody.
No,
he's big. That's big shot Brunson.
We've seen him walk into places and do it's nothing.
No,
new.
he doesn't. He doesn't feel things like that.
Yeah.
So
fun though, man.
Big body.
This is the time of year we've been waiting for, boys. Like that's the one thing that I think was bothering me with a lot of the fear mongering I kept hearing. You got to watch out. Look out for this. You know, if you don't do this, I'm walking away. I'm giving up. All that stuff. If you don't win this year, they're not going to win for another 25 years. Like all that stuff to me is like, what are we doing? Like there's 27 games to go. The first 10 are going to be the hardest. After that, they're as close to healthy as they can be. They just added 2 dogs off the bench. And this is the best time, man. Like, we glorify the 90s because it was such a great time. The 93 wars, the war with the Bulls, the 94 run to the finals, like the 97, 98, 99 run. Like, there's so much of what we loved about that team. Do you realize that that's literally what this group's been doing?
Yeah.
It's the same stuff. That team they got to 2 finals, but it took them 10 years to do it. But in the meantime, they were getting to second rounds and third rounds, and there were heartbreaks, but there were also moments you remember. And we look back on that now as if those were the glory years of our generation, because none of us were old enough to have seen what actually was championship years. So everyone, rather than start like biting your fingernails about, oh my God, they could lose in the first round, which somebody said that to me today. I was like,
sure.
I was like, have a drink, walk away. Like, it's too early for that kind of talk. But just think about it. This is the fun part right now. Team in its prime, loaded, and one of the best, like I said, 5th best record in the league, one of the best in the league. They have a chance. And a couple of years ago, you couldn't say that. So enjoy this.
But this is very similar to the conversation from yesterday about the Yankees, right? Even though the Knicks aren't the Yankees, for this year they kind of are in the sense, it's finals or bust. You'll get to the finals. It's an embarrassment. You're supposed to cruise there. And that's like the pressure that like Yankee fans feel every year, like either win a championship, second place is first loser, all that stuff. That's kind of what it became here. And that's why, people like Stephen A. Smith, if you don't win now, you won't win for another 25 years. Like, you're putting all your eggs in this basket, and now the pressure is on to do it. But please don't miss the ride. And hey, we had Monica McNutt yesterday, our weekly spot on Wednesdays at 4:00. She said she'd take 5 and 5 over these next 10. Well, what if they lose tonight and win the next 9? And they go 9-1 during the gauntlet, but the one loss was to Detroit, so
I'm out.
They're not going. I'm out.
He's out.
Come on, man. Just
He's
have
out.
fun with
Save
this.
it.
And then we'll analyze it in due time tomorrow at 3:00. Tons of calls, 1-800-919-3776. There are a couple of lines open if you want to climb aboard. That Guy Thursday at 4:30, ENN at 6. We'll take you right up till 7 o'clock today, and then it's the Pistons and the Knicks at the Garden right here on ESPN New York.
This is the Michael K. Show.
The problem is, with Judge saying I was getting frustrated, everybody else is doing things, but you wanted Bellinger back. And as long as you wanted Bellinger back, they're landlocked to do anything else. They're not going to have a $400 million payroll. And again, I can hear the voices. Yeah, but look at the Dodgers. That's why there's going to be a work stoppage. The Yankees have the highest payroll in the American League, and they should be able to get out of the American League with this team.
The Michael K. Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach your friendly live agent. Donation's super easy and your car can be picked up by tomorrow. Call now or go to carsforkids.org.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Gold prices are soaring, and silver is near an all-time high. If you want to get cash in your hands for your old or unwanted jewelry, now is the time. Get the most competitive prices at the Estates Roadshow, happening all week long. Old rings, chains, and even broken jewelry. Don't wait. Cash in while gold and silver are hot. 4 locations this week: Staten Island, Secaucus, Clark, and Toms River. Bring your gold, silver, coins, diamonds, and watches, even broken pieces, and get cash on the spot. The prices of gold and silver are at an all-time high, so there's never been a better time to sell. No appointments, no fees, no pressure. Just friendly professional buyers with over 35 years in the business. Go to the Estates Roadshow, Monday through Friday in Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn, Secaucus at the Hilton Garden Inn, Clark at the Holiday Inn, or at TMT Cash for Gold in Toms River. Just walk in with your old jewelry and walk out with cash in your hands. For more info, visit estatesroadshow.com and follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook for all upcoming events.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
My name's Brian Windhurst, and I've seen a lot of good offense in my life. If you're looking to initiate some offense of your own against your high-interest credit card debt, I'm letting you know a SoFi personal loan might be the play. A SoFi personal loan could be quite the triple threat with low fixed rates, no fees required, and as soon as the same day funding. View your rate for a SoFi personal loan at SoFi.com/offense. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, NA member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply at SoFi.com/offense. NMLS 696891.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cash back app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. Top users make between $200 to $300 per month.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GOOD25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GOOD25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code GOOD25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
March the 20th of 2026, there's one place to be, and that place is Pickleball Heaven. Pickleball Heaven. It's a pickleball facility, massive facility in Medford, New York. We're going to do the show there that day from 6 to 10. Then there's a tournament, and then after we win the tournament, Rick, we'll stay and watch some basketball with the people. Now, the worst part of all this is the name. Listen, I got to participate in Rickleball Madness. What do you want from me?
You're a teammate of Rickleball.
Yeah, right. You're part of the event. You're the co-headliner. If my name was Dave Pickleball, it would still be Rickleball Madness.
I think that's accurate.
I don't want this kind of pressure. I would prefer it be named after you. No, you don't. You want all the shine. No, I don't. Call whatever you want. Dave's Pickleball Extravaganza.
Sorry, Dave. We're still calling it Rickleball Madness. And it's Friday, March 20th at Pickleball Heaven in Medford, New York. To sign up and register to play, go to the ESPN New York app and click on the Rickleball tile.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-30 2.5S Select Sport all-wheel drive for $209 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN TM105852. MSRP $29,530. Zero security deposit ends 3/2/26. Knicks fans, join Bart Scott and Chris Carlin for a special Knicks watch party tonight at Tara Moore, 150 West 30th Street, starting at 7 p.m. Watch the Knicks take on the Detroit Pistons. Big Eastern Conference matchup with Wild Turkey Bourbon specials, great prizes, and even a Wild Turkey Ice Luge. You'll also have a chance to win Knicks tickets and enter Wild Turkey's Bourbon's ultimate New York game day experience this April. Join Bart and Carlin at Tara Moore tonight. Tip-off is at 7:30.
brought to you by Wild Turkey Bourbon. When you know it's right, don't change a damn thing. Must be 21 or over.
Bet your ace.
Enjoy Wild Turkey responsibly.
Go make my luge.
We are underway
sorry?
in overtime. Canada and the U.S. tied at 1. It's the gold medal game. Who's going to score the golden goal? We're watching, and we're going back to the phones. And talking,
you know what?
This is what you want, man.
I gotta
Anything
tell
can
you.
happen, Donnie.
I think I know what Peter says, and I agree.
I think we got to hang on.
It's disrespect. It's disrespect.
It's disrespect.
Yeah, it just feels like this game being on right now, the gold medal game between Canada and the U.S. is Thursday. This whole thing wraps up on Sunday. It's 3. It's a little rough.
It is, but we're in it, so let's get one.
I was going to say I'm not a fan of the 3-on-3.
Yeah, well.
Well, no, I love the 3-on-3, not as much as Colin Cowherd.
For a gold medal game, though?
We're here.
For the gold.
I want the 5-on-5. Let's get to 7 overtime. Let's keep this going until 7 o'clock.
No, you know what? That's a great point. It feels like the and Alan, your timing's definitely off from us, so please don't ruin the game.
I won't.
It does feel like once you get to the gold medal game, it should be 5-on-5 in OT. And what I was referring to about Colin Cowherd, it was Cowherd, right?
No,
Bayless.
Skip Bayless.
Sorry, I confused yo-yos.
No.
No.
Bayless was watching the game yesterday and commented, 3-on-3 hockey is so exhilarating. More open shots on net, clean shots on net, more fast pace, blah, blah, blah. This is the way you should do it. I hope you're paying attention, NHL.
Now I tweeted something out.
Who's telling him?
Nobody tell him. Nobody tell him because he doesn't know.
Listen, I'm no fan of Skip. You know that. But I kind of just tweeted out because Awful Announcing did a thing on it. Although if you look at his tweet, I mean, he never mentions overtime. So he could be suggesting, hey, why not just play 3-on-3 all the time? How
all the
compelling
time?
it is.
Oh, that's
I
even
don't know.
worse.
But all I tweeted out was, tell me if I'm wrong, all right, since you were talking about Skip. And again, I am not a fan of Skip. I think he says some deplorable things, going after Dak about the mental illness. I don't like Skip Bayless. Not a fan. But when I saw the Awful Announcing story, I'm like, it's just so interesting to me. And I'm just trying to punch up my tweet here. So basically, I'll just paraphrase. Where I just said,
punch it up.
It's just interesting as a hockey fan, you complain when mainstream media never comments on the sport. And then when they comment on the sport, you rip him for having an opinion.
Great point.
Very
good point.
And then everybody's like, well, his opinion was stupid. And I understand that. But he's somebody that's in the mainstream media watching a hockey game. All right, he doesn't know that's part of the problem, right? He's somebody who doesn't follow regular season hockey to know that they play 3-on-3. Or maybe he was trying to suggest that they should play 3-on-3 all the time. Whatever it is, criticize his point as a legitimate point as if he was making a ridiculous point about football or basketball or whatever. But, you can't have it both ways. I mean, when the mainstream jumps in, they're not going to get everything right. So just enjoy it.
Right.
Somebody who's paying attention.
Yeah,
but it's almost like somebody, and sorry, Peter, but somebody that is not a typical member of the mainstream media that pays attention to your sport, but they start chiming in about it. And they say something that is kind of like, all right, you don't get it, or he doesn't know. Rather than just rip them, because that, you know what that does? That makes it, all right, well, I'm not talking about this anymore because these people get crazy. Instead, it's like, no, this is really how it works. And then you can draw them in more.
Right.
Instead, you just get pissed off.
Let me defend.
Why don't you just stick to football? All right.
Let me defend the aggro hockey fan here. This is a loudmouth, annoying guy. And his point wasn't just that he weighed in and said, had he said, wow, 3-on-3 hockey, this is cool, never saw this before, I think you can live with that. But when you say, I hope you're paying attention to a league that's already doing it, right? You're now trying to act like you have something. Just shut up and say you enjoyed it. He tried too hard,
you're
and he
right.
fell on his face.
My tweet was, I always find it interesting that we hockey fans want mainstream coverage. Then someone from the mainstream comments on hockey, and we kill them for not knowing anything. Then we wonder why they don't talk about our sport.
Yeah.
And you're right. But in this case, he could have just said, if they were killing him because he went, wow, I've never seen this before.
Yeah.
And people were going, you idiot, you've never seen it before. Then I would say, all right, calm down. But the fact that he tried to say, let me preach to the NHL about something they're already doing, that's when you deserve to get killed. And it's Skip Bayless. It's not let's be honest, it's someone who's always attempting to do something slightly yo-yo. if not completely
it's
yo-yo.
troll. I'm trying to find.
By the way, this overtime is insane.
No, it's just back and forth gunning.
Oh my God,
But now his tweet: "We win in overtime. USA beats Sweden in Olympic hockey. 3-on-3 is much more fun to watch. More open ice, more one-on-one shots on goal, less lucky bounce, high traffic goals in front of the net. Listening, NHL? I mean, he could be saying, why don't we play 3-on-3 all the time?
All the time, yeah.
He never says 3-on-3 in overtime. He says we win in overtime.
But don't you think?
Do I think he meant three? I know, but
you can't.
If I tweeted that, think about that.
Yeah.
Would I get jumped for not knowing, or would they say, ooh, interesting, 3-on-3 all the time? Because they'd say, you're a hockey fan. Don wouldn't make that mistake.
Correct. But he's not a hockey fan, so
I know, but I'm just saying, not everybody.
Alan.
It's like he didn't listen.
Yeah, he didn't listen at all.
Dude, this goal is insane.
No. That is that. You know what? The fact that Alan turned into like he was like Daniel
I wanted
Cormier.
to get your attention.
That
so
was like
you
Daniel
look up.
Cormier during a UFC fight.
I
He
guess.
couldn't contain it, but I get it. That was psychosis. The U.S. just won on an insane one-on-one nutmeg. That was what. I
that
gotta
was
see.
filthy.
We're waiting
What
for the
a
replay.
goal. And you know what's funny is that the previous shot, Hillary had a shot on a previous rush, and the goalie, I don't know, the Canadian goalie gloves it and then stares her down.
Desbiens.
It was such a cool moment because it was like big glove save and just glared at her. And I loved it.
I gotta say
that goal was sick. Filthy.
It is in the conversation. This is in the moment, and I'm totally understanding you saying that, Don, you're in the moment when saying this. This has got to be one of the greatest goals in a big moment ever. Just the quality of the goal.
And for the record,
that was filthy.
And for the record, they have not shown it yet. And I know you're showing these moments.
Well, it's celebrations.
But these moments are going to continue. You got to give us one. That was one of the craziest plays I've ever seen.
This is
Can I get a split
one-on-one,
screen, for God's sake?
Just a filthy move to win in overtime. You think of all the great overtime goals in the history of the NHL and the Olympics.
God.
This would have to be up there as one of the great individual efforts and the biggest moment of that sport.
And I'm telling you, this overtime had scoring chances just like that. Both ends.
3-on-3. Are you paying attention, NHL?
It's got to be in the 150, Alan.
By the way, did you notice that either team ever bring it back out of the zone and reset and slow it down?
I don't know. Was there a whistle?
Or was this just fast break hockey? It was awesome.
There was a few whistles. Because, again, I'm trying to do a show and
there was
watch
a couple
at the same
of
time. It was hard, but it was good back and forth, wide open hockey. And we're still waiting for the replay
All right,
of the goal.
now will you admit it's gone too long?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Yeah, now it's time.
Because we know they're going to be crying and hugging for a while. Show the goal.
Yeah.
We're talking about an insane replay.
Here we go. All right, replay's coming.
You're ahead of us, so now we'll get it in a second.
In 2 days, we'll get the replay.
All right, now we're off to replay land.
Ew! That's so gross. Oh my God.
That is just, and you can't say it was poorly defended. It's just a great effort, man.
Oh, what a sick move.
Like right through.
That girl, too, she gave all she could.
And
when she got burnt, she dove. Like, that's desperation.
And it's such a tough bounce for the goaltender who basically
under the pad
had her pad on it, and it just still went under. Oh, man.
Unreal.
It actually didn't go under the pad. She lifted it over the pad. It went between the glove
arm?
and the pad.
Yeah, so Megan Keller is the goal scorer. Take a look at it.
She had a great Olympics, too.
One of the great individual efforts to win the gold medal or win an overtime game in hockey that I have ever seen, and I don't think that's hyperbole. If you see it, and unfortunately because of the Olympics, you're not going to be able to see it on social media.
By the way, U.S. coach's tie is I love the tie. You got to get that tie.
But see if you can find it. Get to NBC at some point right now because NBC did go to the coverage of overtime. So Hillary Knight tied it with 2:04 to go in regulation. They were down 1-0 for almost like the entire game, the USA, and then they win in overtime, and they win the gold medal in unbelievable fashion. This was a team that they had beaten 5-0 earlier in the tournament. So give Canada credit. They gave all they could, and they will win the silver medal, but the USA takes home the gold on one of the great individual efforts of all time. 1-800-919-3776. Plenty of Knicks to talk about. We can talk about this if you like. We've got That Guy Thursday at 4:30, ENN at 6. Don Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Want to know why betting the winter games on FanDuel makes sense? From game lines to medal counts to finding your angle on the events you care about most, FanDuel gives you more ways to stay connected to the action. The Winter Games are on, and there's no better way to follow them than with a bet on FanDuel. Curling matches that start slow somehow get tense fast. Speed skating decided by inches. Hockey games, they hit different when you're on FanDuel. Maybe you want to rock with USA Hockey. Well, there's so much there to play with. Want to know why betting the Winter Games on FanDuel makes sense? From game lines to medal counts to finding your angle on the events you care about most, FanDuel gives you more ways to stay connected to the action. The Winter Games are on, and there's no better way to follow them than with a bet on FanDuel.
Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started.
FanDuel, play your game. 21 and over and physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
March is here, and the madness is underway. Schweppes offers above-the-rim refreshment and is proud to sponsor the Big East Conference. Take a break from the action with a Schweppes Seltzer. Enjoy 7 refreshing flavors, such as black cherry, lemon lime, cranberry lime, and strawberry mango. Each Schweppes Seltzer flavor provides a perfect touch for any occasion. Schweppes, a sparkling tradition since 1783, and the perfect way to elevate your everyday refreshment. Stop by your local food bazaar to get your favorite Schweppes Seltzer for a slam dunk experience.
Hey, it's Michael K. I love when I get to talk about PC Richard & Son. This has been my go-to store for years now. They're local, they're family-owned, and they truly care about their customers. And you know, I love to support our local businesses. Always have, and you should too. During their President's Day sale, save big on appliances from all the top brands, up to 40% off. In fact, the more you buy, the more you save, with up to $1,000 in additional savings on qualifying appliances. So do what I do and get to PC Richard & Son today. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
The following is a paid advertisement for the Wellness Company.
Today we're talking cancer awareness, and I want to bring in someone with a really unique perspective, Dr. Kelly Victory. She's a board-certified emergency medicine physician with over 30 years of experience who serves on the chief medical board for the Wellness Company. And most importantly, she's a cancer survivor. Dr. Victory, thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks very much for having me, Michelle.
We've been hearing a lot lately about cancer rates rising, especially in younger adults, which is obviously pretty alarming. What are you seeing?
Without question, cancer rates are rising across the board. And concerningly, we are seeing more aggressive cancers in people even in their 20s and 30s.
That's scary for a lot of people. Is there anything that can be done to help alleviate that fear?
And that is what led me to develop the new product Shield, because it is a group of more than 12 well-studied, scientifically proven supplements that help to supercharge your immune system, the first line of defense against cancer.
To learn more, visit victoryagainstcancer.com and use promo code SMALLS to save $25 on Shield.
Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for 3.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, guys,
it's Tully time.
Basketball is back. It says it right here. Knicks host the Pistons with coverage immediately following us on 880 at 7 o'clock. And the Nets will visit the Cavs at 7. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. So USA wins over Canada. Megan Keller's great individual effort on the 3-on-3 in overtime wins it. As Hillary tied the game up, Hillary Knight tied the game up with just a little over 2 minutes to go in regulation with the goaltender pulled. And they bring home the gold. And it's so tough because I don't know where you could find the highlight. They'll show it, I guess.
NBC Olympics.
NBC Olympics will be able to show it to you. You're not going to probably see it on
Twitter.
social media.
You are. It's right there.
It's
Kenny
on
brought
Twitter.
it at NBC Olympics. Kenny brought it.
Hey,
we got it? We got the call?
No. We can't do
it.
anything.
Yeah.
If you want to go look on your own, you can.
Well, now give me, boys. Give me the headline. What's your back page of this? I got like Kells bells, something like that.
See, if Hillary did it, it would be gave proof through the night, but she only tied it.
That's pretty good.
That would have been good.
That's pretty good. What else we got? Throw them out.
I don't
Spitball.
know, man.
First thing I came up with was Kells bells. I don't know if it would work. Keller.
I don't know.
They call her Kells.
I don't know. Does this one work?
What do you got?
Canada Keller instead of Killer.
Although a little negative.
Right,
Not sure we want to be there.
Skews negative.
The Post would
Not sure we want to go
But
there.
the Post wouldn't care.
Yeah, Post would do it.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. So check out the goal, and I'm glad.
Leaf sweep.
So we'll never be able to play this Kenny goal ever? Ever.
We are not allowed to play any of the TV calls of the Olympics.
What if we said courtesy of NBC?
We know they would
That
actually
doesn't cover it? You sure?
Yeah, I would say that the hole that you think is being created by the construction will envelop you like Stranger Things.
What if I just?
And you'll
What
go to
if I brought like a peacock in and just
Nope.
put it right there on the table?
Nope. I got pretty strict orders on that one.
What if I play it on my phone?
Nope. Then I lose my job.
What if I reenact it in Kenny voice?
Oh,
I
like that.
What would happen there is you guys would do it, and then John would walk up and go, "Anthony, why'd you let them do that?
Why'd you
let them play it on their phone?"
When will we be able to?
Never.
Never.
What if instead of mentioning the highlights of the hockey game, we just put the highlights of the meeting that they're having out in the other room right now on the show?
I think I could probably pull that up.
Meeting?
You kidding me? It's the
Carmi Awards.
It's the Carmi Awards, for God's sake.
What if we got Cuthbert's call?
You won't believe who just won Yo-Yo of the Year.
What were we nominated for?
Nothing.
Nothing.
A damn thing.
How about this, Don? I'll tell you. If there's a call that we can play, I will get it for you.
Well, Chris Cuthbert's calling it for Canada. Can we call Canada's feed of it?
Ooh.
I don't know if we can do that either.
Well, can we try and apologize later?
No, because I have an email that tells me all the things I can and can't do. So.
But none of it includes Canada.
How about this? Don, watch it back. You call it.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Can I reenact it? And Anthony said that then John would call Anthony on the carpet saying, why did you let him do that?
Even something that happened a while ago?
He's a professional play-by-play man. Why can't we hear what it would have sounded like if Don LaGreca was there?
Well, that I can't speak to.
All right.
That's a different thing entirely.
Don, watch the replay back and give it a shot.
I got to find the replay.
It's on the group chat.
Quite the goal. Pretty awesome stuff.
Tremendous.
1-800-919-3776. Let's go to Gus. He's in Westchester. You're on ESPN.
Big Gus.
What's up, Gus?
Hey, gentlemen. How you doing?
Good.
Listen, I'm 70 years old, and I've been a Knicks fan since 1966.
Wow.
And I'll tell you something. I've seen the Walt Bellamy's, and I've seen the Butch Colmives in my lifetime. Okay, and I remember that famous trade for Dave DeBusschere.
Yep.
But I'll tell you one thing about Earl Monroe. He was a nightmare to Walt Frazier for many years until he came to the Knicks. And Walt Frazier has always said that Earl Monroe was his toughest opponent. Now, Earl Monroe has 2 titles under his belt, one with the Knicks and one with the Bullets. There's no way you put Brunson in front of Monroe.
Well, we were saying in
That's
Knicks
my
history.
point.
Knicks history.
In Knicks history,
Yeah, because
I would say
it's only
Monroe's
Knicks.
still up
when
there.
when you put the number up, you're considering only Knicks, right? You don't retire a number because he played great at this other franchise too, right? So that's the only reason
Well,
why.
he also played great with the Knicks, too.
Yeah,
he played great with the Knicks.
we're saying
I made that case, yes.
Right now is Brunson a top 3 Knick?
Right now, I would say, well, listen, you got Bernard King, too, that's got an argument. You know, I mean, this guy was a nightmare, too, to defend.
Listen, there's a
when he
lot
played
of
with the
you have 7 retired numbers. Now, King, obviously, injury really derailed his career.
And I hate to do this, but he didn't win a title with Baltimore. I love Earl, so I'm not trying to disparage, but he has 1 ring with the Knicks.
But right, and whatever he did in Baltimore is irrelevant because we're talking about greatest Knicks of all time. What Brunson did in Dallas is irrelevant. We're talking about what happened here at the Garden, and I think 4 years of amazing basketball is not enough to say the only 2 players in the history of a franchise that's been around for over 80 years. It can happen. Now, win a title this year, bang. Do what you're doing for another couple of years, and then it ends up being like 6 years of a body of work, which is tremendous. Then we're having a conversation.
Yeah.
So
again, he's in. I think this is year 4 with the Knicks, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to believe because it feels like it really is hard to believe, isn't it?
The 4 years already?
No, that's all it is.
That it's only 4 years?
Yeah.
I think it's gone. I think it's gone fast.
Yeah, I think it's gone fast too.
It's just.
I know you're around it a lot closer than we are because the day, but
you just forget. It sounds strange to say. You just forget what it was like before him. Like if I told you, it was Elfrid Payton was your point guard, right? Like you this is what you were doing. And they made the playoffs because of Julius Randle, but people don't realize like how fast this thing turned since this guy showed up. And you went from like get into the playoffs and hope that you can win a series, and they couldn't because they couldn't beat Trae Young and the Hawks. And now it's got to win the championship or it's a failure. Think about it. That was overnight, guys. Overnight that happened. So it really is amazing. And, again, it's only 4 compared to even Earl. Earl was here for 9 years. So you really got to get – he's got to get to 6, 7, 8 years.
But that's why I take exception to what Steven said about you got to win this year. Like how things can turn around, how quickly they can turn around. Like you brought the loss to the Hawks, right?
Yeah.
They win game 1. Fans take to the streets.
Well, they won game 2. They lost game 1.
Right, but they win game 2.
Right.
Excuse me. They take to the streets. You know, Durant, you're afraid to come to the Knicks. Like all the stuff. Like that was pre-Brunson.
Yeah, that was Yo-Yo.
All right.
Yeah.
That was pre-Brunson. That was Randall. It was a completely different Knick team.
Yeah.
You know, and then you fast forward to them now exceeding that. You know, with a completely different in less than 5 years.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Like so, yeah, windows close, but then windows get kicked back open again.
Mm-hmm.
Things are very, very fluid. So, yeah, I will give Steven the nod to it does feel a little bit more wide open than it would have been if Halliburton was healthy and Tatum was healthy. No question.
I agree.
But that's also making it seem like, well, that's what the Knicks need to do it. Well, maybe they don't need to do it because last I checked, they beat the Celtics with a healthy Tatum. Tatum got hurt. The series was already decided when he got hurt. All right, and nobody on February 19th of last year was talking of Halliburton and the Pacers of being a team that was going to be any kind of a threat. Things are fluid. Things change.
Mm-hmm.
Now, maybe Detroit, they'll be the next dynasty team. You know, I doubt it, but who knows? That might be the team to beat. We might fast forward. They might be like Cleveland last year. And there might be a team that we're not even talking about that all of a sudden ends up being a thorn in their side at some point. So let's let it play out. But
it's of course like that. But, you know, again, this is our business, and we're trying to get your attention. And I think what Stephen A. did is set that tone, get the attention. Like, because everything he said is true. The easiest path should be this year.
But if not now, when?
It doesn't mean that it's over because if they don't get – I'm telling you, this Giannis thing, I told you guys this. I've been saying it all
that's the
along.
biggest crime.
This thing is not going away. He didn't get traded. There's something to be said for it, and he isn't keeping his 10 toes down. Even though he says, I'm here, he always says, now. And he keeps giving the caveat. I don't know if you saw that interview.
How many toes down would you say he is?
You know, maybe 5, maybe 1 foot.
You think he's 1 foot down?
The other foot a little, like he's holding it up like, you know when a dog hurts its paw and it just won't.
Oh yeah, like when the dog stepped on salt.
Oh yeah,
and then the other paw's up in the air, all sad.
So he had this interview with Malika, and he made it clear. You know, I could change my mind though if I don't feel like we're heading the right way. Like he's leaving that door open, and that's all you need to know. And the Knicks would have every right if they don't get to the finals this year to then say, all right, let's go back to this. And then if you brought that dude in, you're going to tell me that now, oh, no, there's no window anymore, sorry. Like, no, come on. Of course there's a window. So that's why I feel to say something like it could be another 25 years. Well, of course it could be another 25 years. It could be, but it also could not be. But they'd still be in the realm of contention. And I would argue that they might even be taken a little more seriously because they have another all-time great on them.
And that is the biggest fault of Steven is not factoring that in. That if they end up stumbling,
I'm surprised
they can go out and get one of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah.
Now, again, we need to see what that looks like, what they have to give up and all that. But like to know that Giannis could be on this team next year in some way, shape, or form, if they have a stumble or don't win or don't get out of the East, that certainly changes things.
Here's the question: is if you're looking at this team as a fan, you guys paid attention to them this year. You know what they look like. If there's something that you feel would be the Achilles heel, the thing, not the team, the thing that in the end, because remember 2 years ago it was they all broke down, they all got hurt. Last year it was the fact that they didn't have enough depth to handle what the Pacers were doing. And piece by piece, they were being dismantled. They lost that game one, which was, we all know, the killer. What is it about this year's team that if it's not going to happen, what's the weakness that they have to fix? What is it? What's the thing that scares you the most? If you want to play the fear-monger game, do it the right way. Here's why they can't win or won't win. What is it?
If they can or won't win, what is the thing?
Yeah, because there's always a thing. What is it?
Then they can't defend?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's your opinion, so it's not something to ask.
Yeah, to me, it
would be not coming up big defensively. That would be it.
And to me, it would be the lack of killer instinct if that doesn't come on.
Yeah, and that to me was what happened game one against Indiana. They were up 13, and they were untying the laces. They can be too cool for school sometimes.
Even now, even with Brown.
Yes.
I don't know why Thibodeau they would have been that way.
No, but it's more on the court. Like, it's the players. They don't have, and I think that's what they tried to address with Alvarado and with Sohan, is they brought in two guys that are known agitators, that are known, they don't mind getting in your face. They don't mind playing on the margins. Like, this is who they are. And they were missing that element. But it doesn't mean that the core of the team, like Cat, is just like, I'm here for a good time. Brunson is not the type to ever get in your face. Trae Young is rolling dice on the court, and Brunson's response was, well, when you win, you can do things like that. We have to beat him, and then we'll stop him. When everybody else is like, no, you walk up to him, punch him in the face, and say, this is my court. You don't disrespect me, right? Like that. That's what some people think. But Brunson says, no, the next time I play him, and by the way, look at his numbers the next 3 times he played Atlanta. Smoked them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how he is. But in a playoff series, you can't do that. And so if you're asking me, that's what I want to see. Does this team still lack that ability to, like, okay, I got him on the ground, I got some good punches in, but I just don't have it in me to put the knife through. I can't do it. They have that.
We got more from Kendrick Perkins. He was on the Roommates podcast.
Oh, with Big Body Brunson.
Right, so maybe he's playing up because Brunson's there. But here's the quote, because we can't play the sound, because apparently it's an Olympic year. I feel like you already a top 3 Knick of all time. Bro, you one championship away from being the greatest Knick of all time, hands down. Do you know how special that blank is?
All right. Well, you know what I've learned here?
So not only did he double down, I think he tripled down.
You know what I'm learning about KP, old Kent Big Perk? He doesn't respect the Knicks as a franchise. That's where I'm going. Because it's a great compliment, and Brunson is on his way. He's on his way to being. But come on.
Now he might end up being.
I would hope Brunson would look at him going, Bud. No, like there's a guy named Walt Frazier. I see him every night, but there's no chance.
And I know Ewing didn't win.
Yeah. You're still not surpassing you. That's still tough.
To surpass Ewing, who spent, now listen, I don't know how long Brunson's going to play, and he might end up playing more games as a Knick than Ewing did. But Ewing, even though he left to go different places, he spent.
But this is overemphasizing the championship is what it's doing.
Well, but if you tell me now, would he be the most beloved Knick?
That is a different story.
I think for sure, because unfortunately, it's been a long time since Clyde played. Ewing was never as loved as he should have been because he didn't win a title.
Right.
So that's a conversation for sure.
Who was it? Cook. Who was the Ranger that won more than one cup back in the the 30s?
Well, then you're probably talking about one of the Cooks.
Cook, right?
Yeah.
All right. But 50-something years later, nobody remembers that. Well, but Mark Messier is the most beloved Ranger because ending the curse. So I think if Perk was putting it in that context, not to say you're the greatest, but you would be the most the most loved Knick of all time. That could happen.
Yeah, it could, because nobody's ever going to say, because he didn't spend enough time here, though he did spend a long time here, Messier, with the Rangers.
Yeah, he did.
But
2 tours.
Not the greatest Ranger of all time, certainly. That's going to go to Gilbert, or it's going to go to Leach.
Yeah.
But most beloved, like most recognizable face, the guy that still resonates because of that cup and being the captain of the team that won.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that puts him on a pedestal. And I think Brunson would be there. Matter of fact, I think when you talk about being beloved, how beloved the Knicks are, and to slay the dragon, I think he'd be one of the most beloved players, period, in New York.
For sure.
But to say he's the greatest Knick if he wins a title, I think it's fair to say on his way to, because maybe he wins a couple of titles. Maybe he plays 3-4 more years here and continues to average 30 points a game in the postseason and wins 3 titles.
Yeah.
Then clearly he would be the
right.
guy. But
right. One, though, again, Clyde has 2. And he was not just a good, he was a critical piece in both of them. And again, I try to remind people, I know you're not going to want to watch because it's old grainy video and nobody wants to watch that.
Right.
Just call up the box score from Game 7 in 1970. And then first look at Clyde's line. Then look at the Hall of Famers he went up against in that game. And then you tell me that you can make an easy argument that, oh, no, Brunson will pass him. He's got 2 rings, and he's got that game.
Because you're talking about the
that's tough.
The Willis Reed game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call it the Willis Reed game, but
right,
all Clyde did was almost have a triple-double. And
thank you.
Jerry West and Elgin, like he killed them all.
That's what kind of stinks for Frazier's legacy, is that you have that kind of a game in a Game 7, and it's not your game. It's the guy that, what he ended up playing, like 2 minutes, have a couple of buckets, and then
he played 20. Believe it or not, he had played 20, but he made 2 shots.
That's what it was, like 2 shots. But it's known as the Willis Reed game. And meanwhile, you don't sniff the win unless Frazier goes off the way that he did.
Clyde went crazy.
Now, Don, let's be honest. Alan, I have to tell you something.
Please.
Go ahead.
I think Don's been ducking a phone call.
Oh, no.
I've been ducking a phone call. I'm having a conversation with my friends.
I know.
Yeah.
But I think
we're talking here.
I still think you've been ducking a call.
Oh, no.
From Nancy.
Nancy in Colorado?
Mm-hmm.
I don't duck calls, but you know what? Nancy, you're on ESPN New York. What's up,
Hello.
Nancy? Hello.
Hello.
How are you, dear?
I'm fine. Listen, I've loved you guys for years. I listen to you every day.
Mm-hmm.
But yesterday, I almost fell out of love for a while. Did you hear me hollering at the radio?
Faintly. Go ahead. Faintly.
You guys all want to die at 85 because God help you, you don't want to get to 88.
No, we want to get to 88. We're just saying I'll take 88.
Oh yeah. We were signing up for over 88.
Yeah, Nancy, I envy you.
Yeah, we were saying 88.
Well, how old is Nancy?
She's 88.
88.
I'm 88. Listen,
God bless.
Listen, what I was hearing was, well, 88, between 88 and 90, you're kind of in a wheelchair,
Don did say that. Don, that was Don.
That was Don.
That was Don.
I would say you wouldn't, you wouldn't be surprised. Like, you see I'm just saying, Nancy, I love you. You're old. Like, God love you. You're 88. And God bless you. We're happy, and I want to get there. But I'm saying that if you see an 88-year-old in a wheelchair, you're not like, wow, that's awful young to be in a wheelchair.
Right.
It kind of makes sense.
I loved it. Like Nancy, you heard me say my grandmother got to 90.
Yes,
and she was so vibrant, and she walked. I'd be like, Grandma, you want to try? No, I'm going to walk. She walked everywhere, and I'm telling her 90th birthday was in September of that year. Of 2000, and I just said, I can't believe it. And she goes, I'm good. I'm like, that's like the first all set I ever got.
But that's not you, right?
Set.
You're not all set, Nancy,
no, you're doing.
Right?
You're rocking.
Please, I just walked the dog. I just did the laundry. I'm here with my daughter. She teaches all day. She leaves me here, but on the weekends we run all over the place. I love the mountains here. And so forth. And I missed all that damn Eastern weather.
No, you don't.
No, you're good.
No, you're not missing much.
Cow.
No.
I would have been where I live. I would have been up to my waist trying to dig the car out. Really,
Nancy.
But anyway,
I got to say, your energy and your line. You're not 88. You're 70.
I love it. I need you to call in more.
You're fantastic. Why aren't you calling more often? Because you know why? Because you're too busy. You're running all over the place.
I can't get through. I've just waited for over an hour now, and usually when I call, I just get a busy signal because
Well.
everybody wants to talk to you. Today I feel very lucky. And you know what? Listen, I am watching the medal ceremony of the wonderful hockey women. It's on the USA Network.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know why, but there it is. Oh, and they replayed the famous goal. It was wonderful. So just remember that, USA, wherever it is, it's way up high.
Yeah, at least we got to see the game on NBC, but
Why
they put the
didn't we
ceremony on USA. But
the ceremony's on USA.
Yeah.
So the game was on NBC? Okay.
Nancy, it was wonderful talking to you. Please try to make it a regular happening. Yeah. And thank you for putting me in my place. And I think that you are you're terrific. You are. Now, honestly, you're an inspiration.
Love it.
I love your place. Never mind.
But thank you. Nancy in Colorado, 88 years young. And I say
made
that
my day.
it's so accurate. She was great.
She brought it.
She did.
You knew what she was going to do.
But no, I wasn't ducking it. It's just that we were getting into our conversations.
I know, but
I'm glad,
I didn't want to
but Peter, there are times that you bring up things that irritate me. Today, you brought up something that we really needed to hear.
Thank you.
And I love the fact that Don, being true to himself, still had to take the moment to say, Nancy, let's be honest, you're old.
Well, I'm taking 88. But she shouldn't. She should be taking 98 the way she sounded.
No, she was great.
Oh, no doubt.
I hope I'm half as energetic as she is.
Yeah.
At 88. Yep. That's awesome. That's cool. I almost don't believe it. Like, she sounded fantastic.
No, she's
yep.
And shout out to her daughter. Brought her out to Colorado. The two of them hanging every weekend. You got to
clean living.
You know, depending on when she was born, her daughter's old. Daughter could be like deep into her 60s, right?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah,
that's a great. I'm picturing her daughter is like 30, but you're absolutely right.
Although the way Nancy sounded, she was probably swinging like into her 50s. So who knows when she had her child?
Swinging.
Oh yeah,
swinging.
Oh wow, jumping right to swinging, huh?
Just going right to that, Don.
Well,
key parties and the like.
No, I was not saying that. I was not. Maybe swinging is not the word I should have used. But I'm just saying she was like. I'm just saying she was taking some cuts. She was.
Well, when she calls back, we can start asking. more questions.
Hopefully
now
she's
we
a
know where
regular
to go with
caller.
her. Yeah, I do too.
That Guy Thursday. It's finally time. 4:30. That Guy Thursday. More calls as well. ENN at 6. Take you up till 7 o'clock, and then it's Knicks Pistons here on ESPN New York.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
This February at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, love is in the air with our $100,000 Roll into Romance drawing. Be here on Fridays in February from 3 to 7 p.m. when each hour one lucky guest is drawn to roll the dice for a shot at winning up to $5,000. Earn entry starting at 2 p.m. Club members can earn up to 5 times entry multipliers at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Not all F words are bad. Some are actually great, like fast, free fiber for 4 months. Yep, switch to Optimum Fiber for as low as $25 a month. Plus, for a limited time, you can get 4 months free, HBO Max included for 1 year, and a 5-year price lock. Don't wait, this free fiber deal won't last long, and the fastest, most reliable, most consistent internet speeds await you. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com/free today. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Wild Turkey Bourbon and ESPN New York are bringing you the ultimate New York game day. 2 games, 1 damn day. We're kicking things off on Saturday at Warehouse Wine and Spirits by GoPuff at 735 Broadway starting at 5 p.m. Stop by for Wild Turkey tastings, exclusive giveaways, and your chance to win an epic New York sports experience. Opening day energy in the Bronx, Knicks at night vibes, all in one unforgettable day. So grab your crew and experience Wild Turkey at Warehouse Wine and Spirits by GoPuff this Saturday. Must be 21 or older. Drink responsibly.
So, should we split the bill?
But math is the worst.
Not all math, because with New York Lottery's extra multiplier scratch-off games, you can multiply your winnings up to 200 times.
Wait, multiply my winnings?
Yeah, you take your winnings, then multiply those winnings up to 200 times.
So all of my winnings times 200?
Yeah, that.
Oh. I've always said math's the best.
Play for chances to multiply your winnings 30, 50, up to 200 times. Prizes up to $5 million. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KA
Donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877 Cars for Kids to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. We're going to start off in Nassau County. Not so great on the Southern State eastbound over by the Seaford Oyster Bay. Crash in the left lane. You're not moving much there from Newbridge Road. Looks like a new issue on the LIE westbound right before the Cross Island in Queens. Backed up there to Willis Avenue. Best of it's the outbound George Henry Hudson. West Side Highway northbound. Some solid slowdowns from the 90s. Inbound George about 5 to 10 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln and Holland Tunnels close to a 20-minute ride. Over in Jersey, 280 eastbound jammed heading into Roseland. Some late running road work over by Eisenhower Parkway backing you up to Route 80. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit mad.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to A to Z Savings, our biggest sale of the year.
Happy to be here. Can I get some rotors?
Would you like brake pads with that?
How much are the brake pads?
Free with Duralast rotors.
Free. Really?
Really? Free.
I also need some oil.
Would you like an oil filter with that?
Yeah. How much is that?
Free with the oil.
Free. Really?
Really. Free. It's part of A to Z Savings with hundreds of deals.
From A to free.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Ends March 9th. Restrictions apply.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-317-2277. That's 800-317-2277.
We all have that one friend.
I'm talking about the yo-yos who set themselves on fire and bathe in pork and beans.
Or know that one person.
I'm here with my family.
Who can't help but be.
He's not cool. His voice is weird. He's kind of a dork. His brother's a tool. His girlfriend's annoying.
That guy.
I didn't know it was banner night. We won't be out for that.
It's time for That Guy Thursday.
Hey guys, anyone want to play some ball?
With Don, Hahn Rosenberg.
He's just being that guy.
That Guy Thursday. Who would like to go first, gentlemen?
Well, can I point one thing out before I go?
Please. I know what you're going to say.
They're doing the medal ceremony. Yes. And the silver medals go first. They're already crushed, crying. They're taking the medals. All right. Then somebody comes by after they go through, each one gets a medal. Someone comes by and hands out these dopey stuff, the mascot thing.
Yeah.
What are we doing that for?
Yo-yo.
They are the one girl took it as and then looked at it like, what the hell is this?
Well,
why are we giving out a stuffed toy?
Well, who was it? I'm trying to remember who was it in the last Olympics or
are they doing this for the men's game? Can you imagine what they'll do to this?
I know.
I assume
it is
so,
patronizing
right?
a little bit. But
what would you do, Don, if I handed you a stuffed toy?
Every medalist is getting the ferret or whatever.
I know. It's a ferret.
It's not a ferret. It's something. I think it's a stole or something like that.
Whatever.
It is.
Look at this. Now they're giving them to the U.S. team as well.
Right.
But imagine being the guy that's got to go by and hey, here's your toy.
Since we're on the topic, because I've always thought about this, that in team sports, so basketball, hockey, volleyball, all the team sports in the Olympics.
Right.
The silver medal is literally the only one that you don't win.
Yeah.
You lose the medal.
Right.
There's no way to win a silver medal. Individual stuff, you can win a silver. You were the second best. We give you a silver medal. Because you get the silver medal by losing the gold medal game. So when you're handed it, you're disgusted. We've seen players like just throw them into the stands, put them in the garbage. They don't want it.
Yeah.
Now the bronze medal you win because the teams
won the
that
game.
didn't qualify, you won the bronze medal.
Because
you won
the loser
game to
gets
get the
nothing.
bronze medal.
Yeah.
And of course the gold medal you obviously win. So silver is that weird in the team sports where you lose that medal.
Yeah.
And you had a 1-0 lead for pretty much 58 minutes of the game. And you lose the lead, you lose in overtime. I mean, you're that close.
Yeah.
You're that close to being presented a gold medal. And I'm sure the silver medal will age well for them, especially if they never get another chance, some of those Olympians on the Canadian side, to win a gold medal. But I saw the line. They're receiving it. They're saying thank you. They're being polite. But there's tears in their eyes. They're disgusted to be handed this thing.
I know. And this woman's holding a tray full of toys. And this guy's just handing them out like, hey, here you go.
And then the best part of the Olympics, then they all get to sit there, arms around each other, hear the anthem, see the flag go up. It is pretty special stuff. So congratulations to us.
Yeah,
the United States wins a gold medal in women's hockey.
You're congratulating yourself.
Yeah,
well,
we did it.
It's our country. We did it. It's the one time where you can say we and not be a tool.
Or you could still be a tool, but
well, if you're a tool, you're a tool.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Now, I would like to say it's not right when they do the medal ceremony that the goalies still have to be wearing their uniform.
The gear?
Yeah, the goalies look like such yo-yos.
Really?
Yo-yos?
Yo-yo.
They're wearing goalie. They're goalies. What do you want them to do?
But don't you want a picture where you don't look like you're wearing a big muumuu?
No.
A muumuu?
I'm telling you, I just saw an angle and it looks like they're wearing a muumuu. It doesn't look right.
You know what? I think right now. Do you think she gives a rip?
No,
she just won the gold medal.
But when she gets home and she goes, "Hey, send me the photos," and they send all the photos, and she's flicking through them. She goes, "It looks like I'm wearing a muumuu with every one."
Listen, she could think that if I'm the goalie and I win a gold medal. All right, it's 10:30 in Italy right now, so they're going to go out and they're going to party.
Oh, yeah.
I don't take the pads off. I don't take the skates off. I'm walking around the hotel full gear.
Skates
full gear.
Yeah,
I want everybody to know.
I'm tearing up the rugs in the hotel. I'm not taking anything off. I don't want it to be over.
Living in your own
full
stink.
hockey stink.
Right.
All of it.
No stink like a hockey stink.
No, there's nothing like that. And male or female doesn't matter because Callie, my God, that bag opens.
Oh, don't do this to her.
It'll knock you out.
That's not a good
knock you out.
She knows it. A good moment. I know she knows it, but she doesn't need our audience to know it.
First of all, she's quite proud of it.
All right.
She's proud of her hockey stink.
Loves it. Loves it. Takes her glove, puts it right in my face every time.
I get it, but I don't think she needs to
athletes
know.
are disgusting. That's a good point.
Yeah. All right, so who's going first here?
I don't know that I have
You
one.
don't need one.
So what do you ask me for?
I got one.
There's another guy on the show. His name's Alan Hahn.
Oh, go ahead, Alan. Does he have one?
How are you?
Yeah.
That guy is Hershey's.
Ah.
So I don't know if you've heard this. So Brad Reese, he wrote a letter on Valentine's Day. And he's very upset with Hershey. And he posted the letter on his LinkedIn. Now, if you're wondering who Brad Reese is, well, he's the grandson of H.B. Reese, who worked at Hershey before he formed his own candy company. You might have heard of it, called Reese's.
Did well for himself.
Pretty good. Made the peanut butter cups.
Made the pieces.
Work of art.
All of it. And over time,
number one candy in the world, in my opinion.
So this all by the way, the peanut butter cup was made in 1928. The company was formed in 1919. So it took him a minute, but he got it.
Right.
All right?
Right.
But him and then 6 sons sold the company in 1963 to Hershey's.
Okay.
Brad Reese, the grandson, not happy. Why? Well, he likes to consume the product of his family. And he said, how does the Hershey Company continue to position Reese's as its flagship brand, a symbol of trust, quality, and leadership, while quietly replacing the very ingredients, milk chocolate and peanut butter, that built Reese's trust in the first place? He said that we've grown. Look, he believes they have changed the ingredients. Hershey did fire back saying that it still involves all the things that you think is in there. And yet, they did acknowledge there's been some recipe changes. But this is only done because they're trying to meet consumer demand for innovation. And that high cocoa prices have also led them and other manufacturers to experiment with using less chocolate in recent years. Have you guys noticed Reese's ain't the same?
As the 1919, no, I haven't noticed
well,
that.
I don't know about 1919, but I'm just saying.
I honestly, I've seen this. I honestly have not noticed it.
Yeah, I haven't noticed the difference yet either.
Oh, I have. I thought it was me. It's definitely different.
Okay.
Really? I did not know that. This is upsetting, honestly.
Yeah. It is definitely different. It is noticeably different.
I don't like to hear this one bit.
I don't either.
Why they do this?
And the young Brad Reese, who's by the way 70, he said that he threw out a bag of Reese's Mini Hearts. He said it was not edible. And so he said, you have to understand, I used to eat Reese's every day. This is devastating to me. So to be
and he made it to 70. That should be an ad.
I know, right?
That's a great point.
Having chocolate every day. So I'll close with this. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, they have, of course, like requirements that you have to have certain ingredients to be able to label something, like let's say made with milk chocolate. So it must contain at least 10% chocolate liqueur, which is a paste made from ground cocoa beans. And it contains no alcohol. Now, so they use like powder and some other stuff that sort of help make the taste, but not the same amount of milk chocolate that we were used to in the past.
Wow.
So it's compound coatings of chocolate
and
peanut butter with peanut butter cream.
All right.
So are we happy with Hershey's for doing this?
I didn't notice, so I don't care. I love it.
care
I consume
because
it. I'm going to continue to consume it. I honor them.
We can debate about different things that happen in our country that we are for or against. This is where I draw the line. You don't mess with Reese's. It's the greatest candy ever made.
But
number one, power ranked number one candy ever made.
But I got to taste it and see if there's actually something
when
different.
was, according to the grandson, when was the last time it was the original recipe?
I think what he's noticing it now. It's starting to happen. As I said, Hershey's admitted it, that they have changed things.
I hate to be serious and ruin this, but like there's so much actual poison that we're being fed and told it's okay.
That's why when do we say enough's enough?
Well, I got to find out, is this health-wise much worse, or is it just a different flavor? You see what I'm saying?
Well, it's both, don't you think? If you're using like fake things to make the flavor.
Well, that's everything. Everything we have is fake.
Well, not everything.
I mean,
I'll tell you what. Buy a Reese's and then go over to TJ's
I need to have
and buy the peanut butter cups that we love.
I'm going to be that guy on That Guy Thursday.
Well, it's That Guy Thursday.
Is that everybody's all upset about the ingredients changing. But if they kept the ingredients the way they did in 1919 to honor the legacy of Reese's, and you're paying $5 1/4 for it because now it's more expensive, people would flip over cars.
Wow.
Because that's what happens, right? Is that it ends up just being, hey, we want to be able to keep it affordable. We don't want to, and now the price
that's
is.
That's what they say.
I know, but I'm just saying.
It's made up.
Well, whatever they do, it would end up being more expensive. And if it's $1/4 more expensive, they'll charge $2 more to make up for it. So I'm not defending them. I'm just saying that how far are you willing to go to get, how much are you willing to pay to get the original recipe? Because it'll probably be through the nose.
I still only drink Coca-Cola with cocaine in it.
Well, there you go.
I mean, can you get it?
That's well. I know.
Tell me how.
I know a guy.
He's got it. Right. There was a guy about 100 years ago. He said, "I think this could be a thing. I'm going to store them in a refrigerated garage."
Trust me, it's coming around.
I've got a good one, but we've ran out of time.
Oh, come on.
This happens all the time.
Well,
as a matter of fact, I teased it earlier.
Yeah,
never got to it. Sorry. Next week.
No.
1-800-919-3776.
Why not next segment?
It's Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on ESPN.
Why not next segment? Why not? You know why? We can continue things. We can keep building on it. In fact, let's talk more about building. Why? Because you know me in my house, I got construction going on all the time. And I've got somebody from Rings End coming to join me tomorrow, and we're going to go over a new project we're going to do in the house because Rings End is not just a brand that I am all about right now. They're a great partner of ours. And we're going to get work done at our house, and Rings End is going to do it. They work with pro contractors who build and remodel for a living. Pros trust them. You can too. I know I am. So they use only premium brands. They use windows, doors, decking, paint, lumber, kitchens, all that. It's built to last high-end product lines that contractors rely on. They do it right. They don't do it over. Rings End has full-service lumber yards and showrooms with products you can touch, feel, and try, so you know exactly what you're getting. It's not just out of a catalog. They have kitchen design services, window and door installation, architectural hardware services, and much more. And if you can't make it to the store, guess what? You can shop online, ringsend.com. Now, they're not a national chain. They have regional expertise. 8 full-service lumber yards in Connecticut and Westchester County, and 12 freestanding paint centers. They know the area. They know your house. Get to know them. Rings End, family-owned and operated since 1902. That's 124 years in business with deep Northeast roots, supporting local builders and communities. So check them out. You got a project to do at your house? Go to ringsend.com and get it started.
No New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Listen, I know the mentality. You try to play through pain and walk it off. Push through one more day. But when it comes to neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, that's a losing game. That's when you call Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain. Dr. Shaw is one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and he focuses on non-surgical solutions that get real results. No cuts, no downtime, no dependence on pain meds. He builds you a custom game plan for you so that you can move better, feel better, and live pain-free. Same day or next day appointments are available. Visit SandwellPain.com. Stop managing pain. Start beating it.
March is here, and the madness is underway. Schweppes offers above-the-rim refreshment and is proud to sponsor the Big East Conference. Take a break from the action with a Schweppes Seltzer. Enjoy 7 refreshing flavors, such as black cherry, lemon lime, cranberry lime, and strawberry mango. Each Schweppes Seltzer flavor provides a perfect touch for any occasion. Schweppes, a sparkling tradition since 1783, and the perfect way to elevate your everyday refreshment. Stop by your local food bazaar to get your favorite Schweppes Seltzer for a slam dunk experience.
Hey, it's Michael K. I love when I get to talk about PC Richard & Son. This has been my go-to store for years now. They're local, they're family-owned, and they truly care about their customers. And you know, I love to support our local businesses. Always have, and you should too. During their President's Day sale, save big on appliances from all the top brands, up to 40% off. In fact, the more you buy, the more you save, with up to $1,000 in additional savings on qualifying appliances. So do what I do and get to PC Richard & Son today. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text. Text AREA to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 42424. That's AREA to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Step inside the game you love with the NBA app. Tap to watch every game as it's happening.
Jalen Brunson does it again!
And never miss a moment of the jaw-dropping action. Get closer to the players than anywhere else. Follow the latest schedules, scores, and stats. Keep up with every story from across the league. And with NBA ID, it's all personalized to you. The game lives here. Download today.
Get ready for Rickleball Madness. Friday, March 20th, ESPN New York is taking over Pickleball Heaven in Medford, New York. Catch a live broadcast with DiPietro and Rothenberg starting at 6 a.m. Then stick around for our social ladder pickleball tournament. We'll crown our champion, then roll right into a college hoops watch party to cap off the day. Sign up now at the ESPN New York app. Spots are limited, so get going. Rickleball Madness brought to you by Pickleball Heaven, the new standard of indoor pickleball. So they went right to heaven. Some people say haven. No,
sure.
That's heaven. 1-800-919-3776. Chauncey is in Westwood. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey, guys. Love
What's
the show.
up?
So as far as tonight with the Knicks, they can't get blown out, that's for sure. But, Alan, you know this. First game after the All-Star break, sometimes you get some ugly games.
You do.
So, I mean,
guys come in with sunburns.
Yeah, exactly. They're still in vacation mode. They haven't played in a week. So I expect this to be kind of a grinded-out slugfest. But I also kind of have that guy. I'm going to call out Rick and Dave of the morning show.
Okay.
Every time they talk about Pistons and Knicks, they always bring up, the Pistons, they got Brunson's number. They match up amazing against Brunson, which I'll give them one thing. Last game might have been Brunson's against the Pistons. That might have been his worst game as a Knick. But the 7 prior games, the 6 in the playoffs and the one earlier this year, he's averaging 31. So I don't know this notion that they have his number. I think he'll figure it out. And, as far as Stephen A., you have to win this year or you won't ever get back. Well, I mean, in that case, you don't win the finals, then fine, blow it up. Trade Brunson, cut Karl Anthony Towns.
Right, you're not going to do that.
What do you want us to do?
No,
Exactly.
it's a great point.
call.
Like, what do you do?
It's such a great call. It really is. And that's, again, what you're explaining is what I'm trying to figure out. It's not just our station. It's, again, the ESPN stuff, other places, social media. I just keep, I'm sitting here going during All-Star break, and I'm just like, did I miss something? Did they not just win 10 of 12? Are they not one of the top 5 teams in the NBA right now, record-wise? Do they have not one of the best offenses in the NBA? What is with this? Everyone feels like it's so much. I don't know if it's fear or if it's disbelief. I just don't believe they're good, and I don't think it's going to. 11 games done. 11 games. They're what are they? 35-20, right?
Right.
So 11 games out of 55 decided whether or not you believe in them or not. So the other 44, nothing?
No, because the knee-jerk reaction is not to believe. Because nobody wants to acknowledge how good this basketball team is. It's the same old Knicks. That's why they got to take advantage. It's so wide open for them because if they don't take advantage of it, then they'll be the same old Knicks and never be good enough and never be great. So they've got to take advantage. They might not win, but why can't people acknowledge the fact that I root for a team or I cover a team that is one of the top 5 basketball teams in the NBA and probably at least in the top 3, if not the top 2 teams in the Eastern Conference. And I'm going to give them a nod because they're the team that went to the conference final last year. Not Detroit, not Cleveland, not Boston. The only one that's got a kick coming is Indiana, and they're out of it. They're in the lottery.
Yeah.
But instead of looking at it that way, they're looking at it, well, it's the Knicks. So the only way they can win is if, like, you know, they blast open a huge hole and just run through it. It's because they can't win otherwise. But that's what they're saying. That's what Stephen A's saying. You know, because if we don't win this year, we're never going to win because we're the Knicks. We have to take advantage of a fluke.
We can only win
There's
when
a glitch in the system, Peter. They got to take advantage of it.
You can only do it when the real teams aren't there.
Right.
Now that the real teams are gone.
Because they won't acknowledge.
The little Knicks can win.
Because they don't want – because I'm going to play like Freud for a second. They don't want to acknowledge the greatness because they don't want to get hurt. Because if they acknowledge how great the Knicks are and they don't win, it'll hurt more.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get in Stephen A. Smith's head, but what Stephen is saying is I'm going to put the gauntlet out there. And then when they don't do it, it's like, I told you so. I told you they wouldn't win again because they missed their opportunity. And he could be the aggressor and he could be the I told you so instead of going, damn, I really thought they had a chance this year and they missed. That's what it is. That's what it's all about.
I think it's a good take.
I actually, that's phenomenal because I think we've discussed this with other teams, right? You're afraid to believe because the safer thing to do is come up with all the reasons why they can't and hope they surprise you. It's the famous under promise and over deliver. Yeah. And I got to be honest with you, Don, the other part of me doesn't mind all this, like the doubt and the disbelief, because it's almost like you'd rather that. Weren't you the one that says it? We always tell you you're supposed to be this, and then when you don't achieve it, we tell you failed.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and that's kind of like, so part of me like doesn't mind it. I'm more. It's not like I'm mad. I'm more just confused. Like, there's no one that is like enjoying this that sits back and like, man, this team's good. Like, they got a shot.
Yeah,
because you can make the case, and I've said that they have the widest gap. Their ceiling is, and I talked to coaches in this league. Their ceiling is insane. They can be really good. The problem is their lows are really bad. And so which is it that you're going to get? And I think that's all matchups. Who do they play?
Yeah. Listen, there's no guarantees. It's just like the Yankee conversation yesterday. You can spend all the money. You can have all-stars at every position. Doesn't guarantee anything. I can't guarantee anything, Knicks fans. I'm sorry. I think your team's really good. I think it's one of the best teams in the NBA. I can't guarantee you're going to make it out of the Eastern Conference. I can't even guarantee you make it out of the second round.
Yeah.
It's the way that it is. Sorry, but you're going to have to watch. You're going to have to believe. You're going to have to root and see what happens. But don't set yourself up for a fall that may not happen. Embrace it. Embrace the madness, man.
Right.
You got a good basketball team. First, you got a team coming off a conference final for the first time in forever. You've got a team that's the favorite to go to the finals for the first time in forever. Brace it. Already you're setting yourself up when they don't do it. But more of this. Also, we've got over-unders for the NFL. I know it's Tonka truck because we're pre-draft and we're also free agency.
Come on.
But it's nice to see what people think of the respective teams. Why not throw it out there?
Can
Why
we
not?
guess? Can we play a guessing game?
Did you look at it? Did you
No.
cheat?
No.
Peter, I know you don't do any prep, so you didn't see it.
I did. I actually looked.
Did you?
I'm ignoring your insult, even though it's basically true. Prep. But I did look. Actually, I'm sorry.
You only looked at one team, though. Let's be honest.
No, I looked at us first, and then I looked at everything around it to see what everyone else looked like.
And I had an interesting moment with Dave Rothenberg earlier today.
All right,
because we
did you actually get to go to lunch,
yes,
or did he cancel again?
I came in early at 11 o'clock, and we had we broke bread. I'll tell you about it coming up.
Where did you go?
I don't want to mention the place.
Oh wow!
But it was very good. But I'm going to kind of insult them at the same time, so I'm going to leave it out there. It's a tease if I get a chance to get it in.
There you go.
Hahn Rosenberg till 7 o'clock here on ESPN New York.
Have you ever wanted to go to the NBA Finals? Well, now's your chance, courtesy of FanDuel. All you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future, and you'll be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for two. NBA Futures let you lock in your pick for who you think will go all the way, whether it's a team to win the championship or a conference title. Have you ever wanted to go to the NBA Finals? Well, now's your chance, courtesy of FanDuel. All you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future, and you'll be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for two. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. 21 plus and physically present in New York. No purchase necessary. Limit one entry for Profit Boost token. Opt-in required. Must apply Profit Boost token on select market. Restrictions apply. See full terms, including methods of entry, at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. Not an easy ride out there on the roads, no matter where you're headed. And we still have this issue on the westbound LIE right before the Cross Island in Queens. Big crash by Little Neck Parkway involves an SUV and a flatbed 18-wheeler. Only the left lane is squeezing by. You're crawling there from Willis Avenue in Nassau County. Bumper to bumper on the Whitestone Expressway northbound, heading over to the Bronx-bound Whitestone Bridge. Broken down box truck in the right lane on the approach. You're slammed there from Northern Boulevard and City Field. Best ride to the outbound George Henry Hudson. Second choice southbound Deegan, just a bit bunched up, approaching the Cross Bronx. Inbound George around 5 to 10 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 20 to 30. Outbound Holland on you 30 to 40. This report is sponsored by Sesame Workshop, the nonprofit behind Sesame Street. The world needs Sesame Street, and right now Sesame needs you. Donate today. Visit sesame.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Gold prices are soaring, and silver is near an all-time high. If you want to get cash in your hands for your old or unwanted jewelry, now is the time. Get the most competitive prices at the Estates Roadshow, happening all week long. Old rings, chains, and even broken jewelry. Don't wait. Cash in while gold and silver are hot. 4 locations this week: Staten Island, Secaucus, Clark, and Toms River. Bring your gold, silver, coins, diamonds, and watches, even broken pieces, and get cash on the spot. The prices of gold and silver are at an all-time high, so there's never been a better time to sell. No appointments, no fees, no pressure. Just friendly professional buyers with over 35 years in the business. Go to the Estates Roadshow, Monday through Friday in Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn, Secaucus at the Hilton Garden Inn, Clark at the Holiday Inn, or at TMT Cash for Gold in Toms River. Just walk in with your old jewelry and walk out with cash in your hands. For more info, visit estatesroadshow.com and follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook for all upcoming events.
Access to education changes lives. That's why National University provides flexible online and hybrid programs from associate to doctorate degrees. Since 1971, NU was built to serve non-traditional working and military learners nationwide. NU understands the demands of work, family, and service. Each year, more than 130,000 learners trust National University to move forward. Visit nu.edu to learn more.
He's coming. Here he goes. Surprise! Your table saw broke. Also, the warranty expired weeks ago, so you need to pay for a new one out of pocket.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Oh, and the replacement part you ordered doesn't fit, so it's completely useless. What a waste.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
ESPN New York. Now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2 New York.
Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, guys,
it's Tully time.
Basketball is back. Knicks host the Pistons with coverage immediately following us on 880 at 7 o'clock. And the Nets will visit the Cavaliers at 7. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. So, 5:03 in the big city. Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday. USA wins gold in women's hockey with an overtime tally early in the 3-on-3 by Megan Keller. A spectacular goal. So The women have held up their end of the bargain with the gold medal. The men will play tomorrow at 3:10 against Slovakia in the semifinals.
Our show will be a mess.
So,
did you hear Kenny's call, though? Did you get to hear it?
I did hear it. Very good.
Oh, my God. I just texted him. He met the moment, man.
He's terrific. Less is more, which I got to remember calling.
I don't care. That was a great call. I had to text.
I love it because I think he just described the moment well and laid out at the right moment for the crowd. And
30 seconds they laid out.
It is it's awesome. It is really he's terrific, and he does a great job. And that's the biggest goal he's probably going to score this year with the Rangers struggling the way that they are. But no, he's absolutely terrific. So we tease this. We have the over-unders came out today on DraftKings for the teams in the NFL. Now, I understand it's Tonka Truck because it's pre-draft and it's pre-free agency. But when you think about it, honestly,
how much does it change?
Is there a draft pick or a free agent that could be acquired that is going to move the needle that much? All right, so, Alan, you said you didn't see it.
No, I didn't look.
All right, so Peter said he saw it, and I appreciate his honesty.
I saw some.
So, but you saw the locals, right? Because we'll start with the locals. So, what is the Giants over-under, Alan?
6.5.
6.5. Well, then you know what? You should probably bet the under because they are 7.5 plus 110 over 7.5 for your New York Football Giants.
7.5.
7.5.
Okay.
Minus 130 for the under.
7.5.
So, smart money's telling you that it might be under, but still, that's a big jump, right?
Okay. I didn't think they'd get it. Yeah, I thought maybe as offseason went on, you might bump it up a 1, but not.
But, listen, 7.5, which means that if you think it's over, that means 8 wins. That means playing meaningful games in December, I would think.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the over-under for the Jets?
Oh, 3.5.
3.5. Interesting. Over 5.5.
Yeah,
that's insane.
3.5. I don't even think
hammer.
I don't even think they do.
Sledgehammer.
Now,
I don't think they even do 3.5. I'll be honest.
I don't think they do. The only one that I'm looking at here, this is interesting. Oh, by the way, the under 5.5 for the Jets is at minus 140. The over is at plus 115. The Dolphins are at over 4.5. So right now they're saying that the Dolphins are going to win less games than the Jets, which I don't understand.
Yeah,
but whatever, and that's why you bet, right?
Well, it's again New York.
I'm trying to see if there's anybody else.
Browns, Cleveland.
Your Cleveland Browns.
Where are they at?
Cleveland Browns are at 6.5.
What are we doing?
But to Peter's point, they're going to keep themselves in every game with that defense.
Yep.
Right. So they're going to fall into a handful of games. Now 6.5 seems aggressive to me.
Yeah.
Under 6.5 is at minus 125, but the over is just at plus 105. So it's interesting. Taking a look at some of the other totals I don't think anybody is more than 10.5 as I scan here.
So Jim Schwartz leaves. Their defense is going to get.
Well, listen, bet the under.
Yeah.
How about this? This surprised me. What do you think the over-under is for the Ravens? Just lost their coach.
Ravens.
Wow.
I would say, I didn't see this one. I would say the Ravens are 8.5.
Yeah. I might lean 8.
Okay. Now, what I'm going to tell you first is the over for the Ravens is a minus 145.
All right.
So you're not going to get much for being right on this. 10.5.
Oh, my God.
At minus 145.
Wow.
So they're pretty much telling you they expect the Ravens to win 11 games.
Harbaugh was the problem.
Yeah, well, also, look at the conference. That's the other thing. Is no Tomlin in Pittsburgh. The Browns are a joke. And the Bengals are, you never know.
And the under for 10.5 is a plus 120.
Division, I mean.
I'd take that.
How about the Bills?
Bills have got to be double digits, right?
They are.
So 10.5?
Yeah, 10.5. I don't think there's anybody over 10.5.
No, I wouldn't expect that.
And that's a minus 140, so they're expected.
Some of this is yo-yo. Let's just be honest.
It is. It's way too early. But you know what, though? It's good to get in on some of these early, especially if you have some idea of things that are going to happen in the offseason, right, that can go your way one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
So
I can tell you where I'm going to put my money.
Go.
I'm going to put my money on the Chicago Bears.
The Bears.
I'm a big Bear guy. I think they're going to take the next step. But
right to Indiana.
I know. People are. This is like the Jets and Giants all over.
It really
again,
is.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, the Bears are at 9.5 plus 100. The Packers and the Lions are at 10.5. So they don't seem to believe the Bears are going to take that next step. They still believe the Lions and the Packers are the class of the division.
The Lions are the most interesting one I've heard so far. That they're expecting a bounce back for the Lions.
Right, that they're still good.
That last year was just a wacky year.
Yeah.
It's not the coordinator situation. They will be fine.
All right, so that's my best bet. I'm going to go Bears over 9.5 is my best bet. You're feeling anything? Alan, it sounds like just by your reaction, it sounds like the Jets might be your best bet under 5.5.
Absolutely. Sledgehammer.
Peter? Wow,
I mean,
Chiefs
listen,
10.5.
Oh,
Chiefs 10.5.
That's another one
How?
I might jump on.
What,
Tyreek Hill's going to go back there. They're going to try to, put the band back together.
But even if they do, Alan, how
it's
much past 11 are they getting?
No.
They're
You're
not.
right. You're
like
absolutely
even if they could have a great year, make the playoffs at 10-7 and be a
Yes.
threat.
Yeah.
But they're not going 13-4.
No,
Maybe they are.
No, you can't. Come on.
But look, there's some, Don, that just aren't even trying.
Is Patrick ready for week 1? Do we know if he's week 1?
I don't think we know yet.
Yeah, we don't know.
He says he wants to be.
Well, he wants to be. You know,
We all want things.
I want to win a lottery.
Yeah. I want to wake up with a six-pack.
You know what? I'm going to tell Peter, I'm going to give you yours, if you don't mind.
Commies?
Yeah.
Hammer
7.5.
No, they don't think they think that they're just a bad team now. It was 1 year of being good. Jaden Daniels sucks. The team sucks.
Oh,
they don't think anything.
You know what's interesting?
They're the same as the Giants.
They don't know.
No, they're guessing.
Because 7.5, it's minus 110 over, minus 110 under.
Yep.
So that
they don't know.
7.5 is literally we don't know. We're just throwing up a number. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, nobody. The 10.5 Eagles are 10.5. Seahawks are 10.5. That makes a lot of sense. How about the Patriots over 9.5? So they still have the Bills winning the division because they're going to have the same schedule, right? So the Chargers are at 10.5. The Chiefs are at 10.5.
Can't do that.
So they're very interesting. And the Broncos are at 9.5. That's interesting. So they don't have the Broncos winning the division
either. Huh. Don't trust them
from
either.
bye to wild card.
Yeah, and Bo Nix, he didn't rupture an Achilles. Like it was a broken.
And please let's not make it seem like Mahomes got hurt. No, they were done when Mahomes got hurt. They were done.
They were already done.
So let's not change history and go, well, Mahomes got hurt. That's why it didn't. They were. That's why I'm really wondering why 10.5 on Kansas City. I understand Mahomes is going to maybe be back healthy. It's a long season, 70 games. If he misses the first couple, I don't think it's the end of the world. But do you really? I'm a little surprised by that. 1-800-919-3776. A lot of reasons why I'm surprised. Also, a lot of reasons why people buy.
Oh yeah.
At Ramsey Mazda.
That's what makes them great.
It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-30 2.5S. Select Sport all-wheel drive for $209 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN TM105852. MSRP $29,530. Zero security deposit ends 3/2/26. So, quickly, the Dave story. So, I come in at 11 o'clock to go out to what he described as brunch. So I'm hoping to get breakfast because I didn't have breakfast. So it was recommended a nice little restaurant not far from the station. And it was quaint, not a lot of tables. 11:05 we got.
All right.
Okay.
And I thought of you, Alan, for what happened with falling down yesterday. They stopped breakfast at 11 o'clock.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, it's 11:05. I know. Well, let me ask.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
she
there's
goes
an
back.
egg rolling around.
She comes back and she's like, "No, we put all the breakfast items away.
They're gone."
Now,
No,
would
they
you put them
burned
on a
them.
truck? Like,
Right in the garbage.
they're-
No, in the garbage. Threw it out.
And the food was good. I had a nice pastrami sandwich. But I didn't want that to be my first meal of the day.
But it was?
But it was because it was just lunch. I wasn't going to get up and leave and roll because I'm sure everybody else got the same possibility. Like 5 minutes, man. And what does it hurt? And the thing you say about the eggs, they have an all-day omelet.
Okay.
But I wasn't feeling the omelet that they had.
You want the all-day omelet.
Right. So obviously the eggs are there. So if you got the eggs for the omelet, you can't scramble up some eggs?
You know how it is.
Again, it was wonderful. It was quaint, and I'd recommend the restaurant, but I'm going to kill them for there's like a 5-minute grace period on breakfast. Breakfast is wonderful, guy. Listen, I like a nice lunch. I'm picking breakfast over lunch every day of the week.
You're taking breakfast over lunch every day of the week?
Yeah. Me too.
Wow.
I'd rather
Every day.
a nice omelet. I'd rather I could do cereal. I could do avocado toast. You ever have that done? You could do it. I'm sure they would have given you.
Well, you know
avocado
how I feel
toast.
about avocados.
He hates
that's
avocado.
right. I
Government
forgot about the whole
conspiracy.
conspiracy.
And if the breakfast menu's dead, there's avocado toast is probably dead too.
You think so?
Yeah, it's a breakfast.
But you got pancakes, you got waffles,
bread, and an avocado, and you just kind of jam it up. Like what?
Well, but eggs are just eggs. But when they make the decision on the menu, they made the
and they want to
decision.
stick to it.
But avocados aren't being thrown out.
Eggs aren't being
avocados
thrown
are
out.
used in lunch,
No,
so
but
they're there. They're
apparently
available. You can make the toast.
They're being put in an area of the restaurant you don't have access to after 11 o'clock, apparently. I don't know, it's like a vault. It's time sensitive, right? They just lock the door. They have lost servers because they were still in the vault. 11 o'clock came, locked down, and they find their skeleton the next day.
That is frustrating. I think that's interesting. Like I do love breakfast, but I guess just the every. Like always, you would take the breakfast over lunch.
Well, because you make it seem like breakfast is only one option. I can go eggs, I can go waffles, I can go pancakes, I can go French toast.
Sure, and I love that.
A nice bowl of cereal with some banana.
I know, but on the right day, I mean, lunch, a standard cheeseburger and French fries is a lunch meal.
Yeah, but lunch is really no different than dinner, just portion wise, right?
There you go.
Whatever I have
Smaller
for
dinner.
lunch, I can have for dinner, but just a little bit more of it.
Confirmed.
But breakfast is separate.
So get rid of dinner. Dinner doesn't exist.
Okay.
You still take breakfast over lunch. Now you think about what you're saying.
What am I saying?
You're ruling out every other item that exists in the world besides eggs, the sides, oatmeal cereal, pancakes, waffles. Essentially, that's it.
Yeah, but you've conveniently taken out dinner, and I understand for your argument.
If
but
we're
you're
saying
not having
dinner's the same
you're
as
not
lunch-
having a ribeye for lunch.
That's a fair point.
So my options are fairly limited lunch wise, and we're all trying to watch our figure, right? We're not trying to be good
you know what?
here.
Let's see. In staying with that, I'd like to know what your guys' orders were for breakfast.
I didn't have breakfast.
Oh, so what was your order for lunch?
I had a pastrami sandwich, and I can be honest with you, it was wonderful, but it wasn't like one of those like typical New York pastrami sandwiches where it's like spilling over the plate.
Okay,
it was kind of a White Castle version.
Got
of
it. It was a modest.
Yeah, it was it was fine. It was good. And the fries, they put the fries in a bowl that you wouldn't even put cereal in.
That small?
It was a bowl like where you would put like sugar cubes in. So I'm dying right now. I could take a bite out of the microphone.
Because the pastrami sandwich was too modest and the fry selection, not enough fries.
The portion was tough. Yeah. But good.
And you hadn't had breakfast. This was your breakfast. You were hoping for
breakfast.
Breakfast.
So now it's like by the time the food comes, it's like 11:15. I had been up since 6:45.
It worked up a man's appetite.
Yeah.
For a modest pastrami sandwich and a low output of fries.
Again, wonderful, but very modest. And 5 minutes away. Now, I don't know what the breakfast would have been.
What did Dave have? Sorry.
Dave had, I think, it was a melt of some sort.
Okay.
It wasn't like a tuna melt, but he had melted cheese over something. I forget what it was. I don't know if that makes me a bad guy. I usually don't pay attention to what other people order.
Really? Don't notice.
Very focused on his own lunch.
Well, just why do I got to be up in your business?
Well, I just
obviously whatever you ordered wasn't something I would have ordered.
Yeah, but if it's two people and you're sitting across from them, you often notice.
Well, you're making eye contact, right? I don't see Dave that often. We had a lot to talk about.
So you're staring right into his eyes.
Right into those eyes.
Yeah, his big.
And he looks great too. He's lost a ton of weight.
He always has.
He's a good guy. They're really enjoying themselves over there.
Did you just say he always has?
It somehow doesn't make sense, but it does.
Very subtle.
He's always lost a ton of weight.
He's always lost it. Yeah. He keeps finding it.
Yeah, and the problem that's the problem. I lost weight a ton of times too. I just always find it.
Right. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, the dice line is always great too. It's like I dropped 10 pounds from my belly to my ass.
Yeah.
No, but because and what he does is he starves himself. Like he doesn't go the exercise route, which is the way to go. If you want to lose weight,
for
it's all
losing
about,
pounds, it is the way to go. I don't know if health wise, but
I don't think it's healthy because I didn't say Dave looked healthy. He looked thin.
Right.
He looked emaciated. I was worried about it.
Right. It's never that he looks like he got jacked up.
But I love Dave.
Okay.
We should
we had a good time.
We should do if this.
We should take turns going out with the morning show.
I like that. I also think that if this station had any guts, we should get one of the companies, whether it's Ozempic, Wegovy, whichever trizepatide you want to choose. We should do some sort of contest around who gets the thinnest here.
So
and then just tie money into it. Well, that's just a good excuse for me to get
who's committed.
Well, no, because we know Carlin. We know Carlin's on board.
Looking good too.
So like the weight's coming off of people. Might as well tie it into a brand sponsorship. You know what I'm saying?
It's too obvious. I think it's too easy.
Sometimes the
no, because then you become like a walking billboard, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Could
look how thin this station is.
The healthiest station.
You know why? Because of blank, the brand that paid for it.
We go V.
Let's go to Jay Scott in Daytona. You're on ESPN. You go.
Wow.
I'm
related to F. Scott?
I am curious to know what the J stands for and why you go with just J.
Stands for Jason.
Okay.
Goes from J.
And you love the Scott so much you want to keep that and just say instead of saying Jason. I love what you're doing, by the way. I'm just kind of curious.
No, it's unique. If your last name's Fitzgerald, then we got something.
Well, no, it's kind of catchy. Like my main man, Bart Scott. You see Jay Scott?
Yeah.
Bart
You're right.
Scott.
I see that.
You're right.
Kind of.
Well, my parents always called me Jay, and it's a lot easier to say Jay than Jason Scott.
Yeah, it kills you. You lose years off your life.
All of it. Right.
So what do you got?
Well, as of
Hi.
I got the Reese's thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, Alan Hahn might be a sneak professor.
What
because
happened?
I looked up the Reese's thing, and I'm an avid Reese's eater, and I got to tell you, I give nothing but flowers because that was well researched, and he is not wrong. And I've noticed the difference.
Yep.
J stood for join.
Yeah, it's 520, but it actually is 420.
I want to ask more questions.
Good for him, man.
No, that was interesting.
I'm a big Reese's fan too.
I am.
Yeah.
But I love that I got his attention.
I had more questions. I did want to ask, what's your name again? How do you spell your name?
You guys know.
Listen, I'm proud that we're the show of high.
Smoke weed every day.
And the fact that I don't partake, I think, makes it even more interesting.
Well, I think that's when you find people the most unfiltered.
I'm curious to know why you want to listen to this show high.
Because it's funnier.
It's like with the Dead, like the Grateful Dead.
Yeah. The show
hits.
It just hits different. Yeah,
it's
literally
different.
It's like a good Cabernet with steak. Like it just works.
I think one day when we're not like commuting, vehicle-wise, we just get high.
We should all get high to see if it fits. As like now we take the show differently.
Right now,
you guys know.
By the way, the amount of laughing that we would end up doing.
I know
we laugh just in general on this.
But
show.
we might have that moment of clarity, right? Like where now the audience sounds different. Like now I get it. It's we should really be sponsored by a dispenser.
See, now we're having another conversation.
Yeah. I know. So the show of weight and high. Alan Hahn and Michael kind of got into it today.
Oh, really?
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
ENN at 6, right up to 7 o'clock in Knicks basketball on ESPN New York.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition at goodkarmabrands.com.
Hey Yankees fans, gather a group of 10 or more and take advantage of our 2026 Yankees group ticket specials. Whether you're getting together with family and friends, organizing a fundraiser, or entertaining clients, your group will love bonding over the Bronx Bombers. Start planning your 2026 group outings today. Log on to Yankees.com/groups. Call 212-YANKEES or email us at groups@Yankees.com. That's 2026 group tickets. Call 212-YANKEES or visit Yankees.com/groups today.
Hey, it's Michael K. I love when I get to talk about PC Richard & Son. This has been my go-to store for years now. They're local, they're family-owned, and they truly care about their customers. And you know, I love to support our local businesses. Always have. And you should too. During their President's Day sale, save big on appliances from all the top brands, up to 40% off. In fact, the more you buy, the more you save, with up to $1,000 in additional savings on qualifying appliances. So do what I do and get to PC Richard & Son today. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
Hi, this is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. I've talked about how a construction accident took my father's leg. The heavy prosthetic he wore looked nothing like the high-tech limbs we have today. It was crude wood and metal, held together by bolts that dug into his skin and left painful ulcers. But the thing I remember about my dad is how he never complained. He put on his prosthetic leg and he went to work. He coached my baseball teams, danced, sang karaoke, and even loved to travel. He may have limped, but he always held his head up high and he lived with dignity. At D'Agostino & Associates, I spent over 35 years building a law firm that helps accident victims and those in need of their Social Security disability benefits. We fight till our clients get the money and dignity they deserve. So call us today at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey. So don't tell me personal injuries aren't personal. I know what they can cost a family. I've been there and I'll be there for you. D'Agostino Law. Bite back.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
Financial Group is not a law firm. Do you feel embarrassed, trapped, maybe even ashamed just because you own a timeshare? Well, I'm here to tell you you're not alone. Chuck McDowell here, the timeshare cancellation guy. I get over 3,000 complaints a week from all kinds of folks that feel the same way you do. Honest people, teachers, veterans, grandparents, all losing sleep over a timeshare they can't get rid of. That's why 15 years ago, I founded Wesley Financial Group to help people take their lives back. Today, I run Wesley with my two sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we would want our own family to be treated. That mindset has helped us cancel over 50,000 timeshares from people just like you. So if you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-311-4114. That's 800-311-4114. 800-311-4114.
See us live from the Irish Exit at Moynihan Train Hall Friday, March 13th, before the semifinal round of the Big East Tournament. Stop by before heading into the Garden or before your commute home. Be part of the College Hoops energy. See the show up close and feel the Big East buzz in person. We'll be live from the Irish Exit at Moynihan Train Station starting at 3 p.m. Friday, March 13th, just steps away from Madison Square Garden, Penn Station. Brought to you by Sun Cruiser Iced Tea Vodka, Sam Adams, and Schweppes. I'm thinking about it. I don't know what the exact date was, Alan, of our last broadcast for the Big East at Moynihan. But it's got to be at that time around a year since we had Richard in Manhattan swing by.
Yep, that's right. He came by.
Been a year.
Live
crazy,
appearance.
Right? Yeah. Kind of crazy. Now, I'm sure, obviously, you saw this. Alan and Michael, I'm being performative saying they got into it, but tanking was a topic of conversation on Kay's show, which you can hear Monday through Friday from 1 to 3 here on ESPN New York. And Alan's had the idea, or the NBA, the idea of allotting a certain money to be able to allocate towards your picks. And now Michael didn't seem to like that idea. He likes the idea that I had thrown out there years ago of the making it to the play-in, the last play-in team gets the first pick. Encourage you to try to make deals and win games. The incentive should be to win games. And this all came from Matt Ishbia, who is the owner of the Suns. And correct me if I'm wrong, Alan, he used to play.
Well, yeah, he was on a Michigan State team.
Right. So
back in the day.
About the topic of tanking. Says this is ridiculous. Tanking is losing behavior done by losers. Purposely losing is something nobody should want to be associated with. Embarrassing for the league and for the organizations. And the talk about this as a strategy is ridiculous. And I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
But it's become an issue. It's become a real problem. And Alan, the NBA is trying to address this. And there's a bunch of ideas. There was your idea, which I thought was terrific. And then even Michael's idea, just incentivize winning. Under your system, I've got an allotment of money, and I could spend it. I understand big market, small market, but I thought your retort was pretty good. It's like, listen, I have a good team, and I'm deep at point guard, and the best player coming out of the draft is a point guard. Then I'm not going to allot that money to draft a point guard.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense for me to do that. Like that's what I was trying to explain to Michael, because that was his counter to what I said was. He said, well, then all the big markets will dominate. No one will want to go to small markets. And I said, that's not true because we already have a roster. Like, here's an example. Like, Luka is in L.A. A player coming out of college who might be like a ball-dominant player might not want to go because Luka's going to be in that. That's my spot. Like, I'm a guard. I wouldn't fit well with him. It's different teams you can look at and say I wouldn't fit there. They already have a guy. And then he said, well, they can just trade that guy. In the NBA, if you are a good team, it's really hard to make trades with big money contracts now, as you know. My other counter is every year I can't just give let's say it's $10 million. I can't keep giving $10 million every year to the best player, and I'm just going to load up on all these great players because I also, again, have a team, and therefore we know there's a second apron that makes it so difficult. So you keep adding money without getting rid of money. And how am I doing that year after year? And I'm just going to get every great player in college? No, it's not going to work that way. There will be plenty to go around. And as I said, if you run what this does what my plan, I feel like a politician now. What my plan does.
Oh, here we go.
As you see, what we do is
your family.
Yeah. We take care of your family. We lower prices. No, you have to be a well-run organization. You have to do what colleges do. I bring you in. I show you my facilities. You meet my coaches. You look at our roster. We tell you how you'd fit. And then we can come up with a number. If I have $10 million to spend on all my draft picks, and you're like, well, Chicago's going to give me all 10. you have to come up with whether or not you're willing to do that. That's one. Two, if your facilities suck, and he's like, I'd rather go to Chicago because, Indiana, I don't really love your facilities. Like, I don't really love living here. I'm not really impressed with what you have for your players. Whatever it is, that can happen. So you can choose to go to Memphis because, man, they've really invested in this franchise. They have a beautiful facility. It's a great place to live. You could find reasons why. Not everybody wants to go to a big market. Not everybody wants to live in a big market. So I think it's the best way to do it because it forces teams to stop being so pathetic and make sure that you are on your P's and Q's, that you have a great facility, that you have a culture with your team, that you have a good fan base, your arena is up to snuff, the locker room is what it should be. Trust me, these guys care about all that stuff. And that makes you better. It forces the team to be better instead of going, we're just going to lose. We're going to suck. And then we're going to get the number one pick, and you're going to have to play for us. You have no choice. You have to come here. Zion, I'm telling you, he's lying. He never wanted to go to New Orleans. Never. He was stunned when they won the lottery. You saw his face. They went right to him when New Orleans won the lottery. He was like, it was like Scooby-Doo.
Yep.
That's where I'm going?
Yeah,
and he's faked it ever since because they keep giving him money, and they're not. But it's just such a real thing. That makes franchises, it forces them to be better done. That's why I like this plan. Now, I know I'm going on. One last thing. Michael's plan, what I didn't like, is while I like the idea of it forces you to want to win and be successful, the 7th seed, if that's on the line the last game of the season, whether I'm 6th or 7th, what would you do?
Yeah.
Would you want to win that game and be top 6 and play the number 3 seed? Or would you be, you know what? I'll be the 7th seed. I'll play the 2 seed. Yeah, I got to play an extra game, but so what? But I know I'm going to get the number 1 pick.
Right, but I guess Michael's point was, well, at least you're not tanking all year. You might, because that's what happens in football, right? You're not tanking all year, but maybe that last game.
Oh, come on, but that still makes a farce of it. What?
No, of course
then the 6th seed. So the team that's in the 7th seed goes, I don't want to win this either.
Yeah, and then what do you have the last game of the season where there's a team, competing for the 1 seed, and they get handed the 1 seed because the team that wants to finish 8th instead of 7th or whatever decides I'm going to tank it.
It can't make a
compromises.
It could be the worst case. It could end up being the worst case
So
scenario.
that could be a nationally televised game, right?
Yeah. And so the plan I had doesn't affect the regular season whatsoever. It doesn't make you want to lose or win. It doesn't do anything to the games. Has no impact on competition because in the end, we all have the same amount of money, and it's up to how good do you look? How good can you make your franchise attractive and appealing? And if you have a spot that you have a need here, whereas not everybody's going to have a need for a point guard or a center or whatever it is because you might have a guy that's locked in. You got him last year or signed him as a free agent, whatever it is. So I just feel, and I was telling Mike, I just feel like my plan just makes more sense.
Now, unfortunately, it doesn't look like either of those plans are being considered by the NBA. Shams tweeted earlier this afternoon, multiple sources with knowledge of the Thursday GM meetings, as well as a late January competition committee meeting, told ESPN that the following concepts have been discussed to curb tanking. Here they are. You ready?
All right.
First round picks can be protected only top 4 or top 14 plus.
Stupid. Okay. That's dumb. Get it out.
All right. Lottery odds freeze at the trade deadline or at a later date.
I don't know how that changes anything.
Because once
That'll
the
make you
lottery
tank
odds
early.
freeze. Well, yeah, but who wants to tank early? I mean, from the jump?
Because you suck. Because Indiana didn't have Tyrese Halliburton. They knew they weren't going to be good. They started trading off assets.
But that's a specific sort of tanking.
All right, but still,
all right.
all right, go ahead. Keep going, Don.
No longer allowing a team to pick top 4 in consecutive years and or after consecutive bottom 3 finishes.
I like that. All right, that's good.
No, I like that too.
Yeah.
Good, Peter, on that one?
Yeah, I'm fine with that one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, don't keep sucking.
Teams can't pick top 4 the year after making conference finals. So that like Indiana. Like Indiana would not be able to get the top pick because they went to the conference. They went to the NBA finals. So what that is, I lose Tatum, I lose Halliburton. I can't win, so I'm just going to tank, and then I get those guys back plus the top pick.
Right.
I like that.
It seems very specific, like almost based to this year practically, but.
Right.
But
it could happen.
But I got no issue with it.
Yeah,
it generally won't matter.
It wouldn't affect that much, but it is enough.
But it is. Listen, it happened in Indiana.
What do we call it? A gap year. It keeps the gap year.
It avoids
thing.
that, right?
Yeah.
Should that situation come up.
It is interesting that comes up because if the Pacers go to the conference final and lose Halliburton, the Celtics very easily could have went to the conference final, lose Tatum.
Yep.
And we're not going to win, so let's just tank, and then we'll really be able to really get the job done.
The league, right.
Let's see. Lottery odds allocated based on 2-year records. So now, are you willing to go out there and tank 2 straight seasons?
Well, it means if you were pretty good last year, and then this year you're just absolutely just pulling the plug. It's weighted to a point where you're not as bad as you thought you were.
Right.
Like what it is these are the 1-year tanks that they're trying to avoid.
Now here's
they've already addressed the long-term one with this, which means no consecutive years.
Now these last 2 are the most interesting to me.
All right, go ahead.
Lottery extended to include all play-in teams.
Lottery, okay.
All right, so I'm gonna.
At least you're not avoiding the play-in.
Yeah, I can get to the play-in, but I at least know that I could still get the pick.
Yeah, and that's what some teams that were in the 10th spot. It was the debate of, do I want a play-in game where I'm going to lose, or do I want to fall 1 spot and be in the lottery and have a chance at least of getting a pick?
Even
and now
if it's
they're removing that as a which one do I want? The lesser of 2 evils.
Well,
now they eliminate that. That's not bad either.
But do I still get to be in the lottery if I make a run? Because remember, it was a few years ago. Miami was a play-in team, and they won a couple of rounds.
Well, but if you're a play-in team, you're a play-in team.
Yeah,
it doesn't
so
matter.
you're still in the lottery.
Right, no, that's
yeah,
good.
you could do what Miami did. It's a good call, Don. You could do what Miami did and still be in the lottery.
Right.
Okay.
Now,
like that.
This one I think is also interesting that you could probably do, including the last one. Flatten odds for all lottery teams.
What does that mean?
That means everybody's got the same odds.
Oh, so anybody can
just
win.
miss the playoffs.
So no
worst
point,
team in the NBA.
No point in tanking all the way because
it's Powerball, right? It's Powerball.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just a straight up even
drink.
lottery.
So do I want to lose every game? All I know, but you still have the tanking of, I just want to make sure that this could actually make more teams tank, right? Like, all I have to do is miss the playoffs. So that's I could be one of the 10.
Be in the play-in. It's flat.
Right.
Right? Didn't you say if they're including the play-in
I don't know if those are 2 separate. I think they're actually listed as 2 separate things, but I think if you include the play-in teams and then make it flat, I think they have to be together. I think they have to be joined at the hip.
All right.
Because if I just do the last one without the play-ins, you could get teams that'll, all right, they won't tank to be the worst team, but they will still tank to make sure they're one of the 10 that miss. But if I include the play-ins.
Some of these, if not all, like obviously I don't think it'll be all, but a lot of these might be like, because Adam told them in the meeting that they had that they will make rule changes for next season. So these are things discussed. So some of these are actually going to be put into effect next year. Which ones do we think should definitely be on the table?
Right, 1-800-919-3776. Do you like it? Which ones do you like? Which ones do you don't like? ENN's coming up at 6 o'clock. No, I think anything. The fact that the NBA is acknowledging this, I think, is very, very important because they realize that this is a problem, and I hope they do something that the other sports also think about doing as well. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg take you up until 7 o'clock, and then it's Knicks basketball on ESPN New York.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your card can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your card today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
This February at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, love is in the air with our $100,000 Roll into Romance drawing. Be here on Fridays in February from 3 to 7 p.m. when each hour one lucky guest is drawn to roll the dice for a shot at winning up to $5,000. Earn entry starting at 2 p.m. Club members can earn up to 5 times entry multipliers at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter. My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
You want to know why betting the winter games on FanDuel makes so much sense? Because from game lines to medal counts to finding your angle on the events you care about most, FanDuel gives you more ways to stay connected to the action. I played in the Olympics for the U.S. men's hockey team, so you know I'm going to be dialed into all of their games. And if you want to get into the action with the hockey, a curling match that started slow and somehow got really tense really fast, or maybe there's a speed skating race that will be decided by inches that you want to get involved with. You can check it all out and so much more on FanDuel. Head to FanDuel.com/local to get started, because from game lines to medal counts to finding your angle on the events you care about most, FanDuel gives you more ways to stay connected to the action. The winter games are on, and there's no better way to follow them than with a bet on FanDuel. Check out FanDuel and play your game. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
March the 20th of 2026, there's one place to be, and that place is Pickleball Heaven. Pickleball Heaven. It's a pickleball facility, massive facility, in Medford, New York. We're going to do the show there that day from 6 to 10. Then there's a tournament, and then after we win the tournament, Rick, we'll stay and watch some basketball with the people. Now, the worst part of all this is the name. Listen, I got to participate in Rickleball Madness. What do you want from me?
You're a teammate of Rickleball.
Yeah, right. You're part of the event. You're the co-headliner. If my name was Dave Pickleball, it would still be Rickleball Madness.
I think that's accurate.
I don't want this kind of pressure. I would prefer it be named after you. No, you don't. You want all the shine. No, I don't. Call whatever you want. Dave's Pickleball Extravaganza.
Sorry, Dave. We're still calling it Rickleball Madness. And it's Friday, March 20th at Pickleball Heaven in Medford, New York. To sign up and register to play, go to the ESPN New York app and click on the Rickleball tile.
So, should we split the bill?
But math is the worst.
Not all math, because with New York Lottery's extra multiplier scratch-off games, you can multiply your winnings up to 200 times.
Wait, multiply my winnings?
Yeah, you take your winnings, then multiply those winnings up to 200 times.
So all of my winnings times 200?
Yeah, that.
Oh. I've always said math's the best.
Play for chances to multiply your winnings 30, 50, up to 200 times. Prizes up to $5 million. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-50 2.5S Select with all-wheel drive for $219 for 33 months, or buy with 1.9% APR financing for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN TN466016. MSRP $32,010. Zero security deposit. APR at $26.60 per month. $1,000 financed. Ends 3/2/26. Let's hear from you. 1-800-919-3776. Ways to fix tanking. Patrick in Huntington. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, man?
What's going on, fellas?
What's up?
So what if they did a tournament for the bottom team? The
problem with that, Patrick, and I've heard it before, if I'm a free agent, what would I care?
Yeah.
Or what if the best player coming out of the draft plays my position? What's going to motivate me to want to help the team win? You know, I understand you ever give up, but like if you know you're leaving at the end of the season, why would you put out in that game?
I don't care about winning that.
Yeah, but that's going to be the same thing for the 11th team to the 9th team for the play-in. Like, it's going to incentivize a guy a little bit to play better to get to the playoffs to maybe catch more attention. But if you plan on leaving, why would you risk injury, which is going to greatly diminish your contract value when you're a free agent?
No. When you're an athlete, you play to win. So you're playing. It doesn't diminish anything.
So then why wouldn't you?
Why am I risking it? I'm not risking injury. I'm playing to win.
Well, because if
I'm on a team, right. I have a contract with this team, and now you're asking me to play in a tournament to see if I can win a lottery for a draft pick and the player that you might take is going to take my job. I don't have any interest in that. But by the way, what we don't need, my opinion, it's just my opinion. We don't need any more, as Don would say, fakakta tournaments. All right, we don't need any more of this. They don't need another tournament. Like, the playoffs are what matters. The lottery and the draft and all that stuff is important for an off season. What we're trying to do is remove the regular season as a deciding factor of what draft pick I get. That's what we're trying to do.
But the same way as the players under that contract to play to win, how is that any different to get into the playoffs as opposed to
because I'm getting in the playoffs.
Winning that tournament?
Because I'm getting in the playoffs.
Right, I'm getting in the playoffs. Or like right now, maybe that the coach is going to bench me because I accept it because I know I'm under contract for a couple of more years, and they're going to bring in a player that's going to make my team better. But under these circumstances, I just don't know if you make it seem like these guys are going to go all out at the end of the season. After the season's already been over,
right? To
determine where they're going to draft, I just don't think you're going to be able to motivate a player to do that.
No.
At least enough of them to make it interesting.
Like we already make fun of the NBA Cup. We already make fun of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is it? Is it a real thing? Now it's like we're going to celebrate. You are the lottery champions. You get the number one pick. Like if you, we said this too. You really want to make the NBA Cup matter? Put lottery in that.
That's interesting.
Well, if you win the cup, you win the pick?
No, I don't know if you win the pick, but like I think the way you finish in the NBA Cup, meaning wins and losses, I think maybe you get extra percentages of chance to win if you win the whole thing. But if you have a certain record, it's an X amount of percent chance you could win the lottery. And therefore, if you are just one of these teams that just went 0-3 or 0-4, whatever it is in pool play and had no chance, sorry.
I just don't like to, even if you're not tanking, I don't like to reward teams for being bad at what they do.
I agree.
You're awful, you're mismanaged, and I get to hand you the best player in the draft. And some years it doesn't matter. Right. But if you get a Connor McDavid, if you get a Sidney Crosby, if you get a LeBron James, you get a Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And now he's stuck going to a team that has no idea what they're doing. They never win. And the idea is, well, this is going to turn the franchise around. And in Cleveland, it did with LeBron James. And it did with Edmonton and Connor McDavid eventually. You realize the Edmonton Oilers, Peter, there were a couple of years where they had four first overall picks on their roster playing.
Yeah. Meaning every year it's doing nothing.
So 4 times. All right, now Connor McDavid was one of those 4, and Leon Draisaitl was one of those 4. Yeah. So it worked out, and now they're a really good team eventually. But it's like, dude, you sucked for so long. Now, eventually you got it right after 4 tries.
What's Nail Yakupov doing these days?
Come on. Nail Yakupov was 1.
Oh, my God.
And Taylor Hall. Those were the 4.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, how many kicks at the can do you get?
How many chances do you get?
I'm taking the can away. Stop it.
No, I hear you.
You know what, though? The pushback on this stuff's amazing because there's so many people that just feel like it's the only way to get good. And I said, no, you're giving up. You're saying, I can't do it.
Can't do it.
So you have to do it for me. You want the handout from the league to save you because you as a general manager or an owner couldn't figure it out. And you made a mess of your roster, and now what you're hoping for is to get the savior that gives you a reason to be able to sell tickets and sell hope while you continue to mismanage the roster around them. Bad GM should be fired, not rewarded with a lottery pick to save their job.
And yet you see successful franchises. Did Golden State tank to their dynasty? Curry was taking what, like 13?
No, he was taking
9,
8th
or 8.
But
and Giannis was taking like 15.
15th, yeah. Well, Kawhi in the teens,
right? And
look,
did OKC
Klay
tank
Thompson,
to get where they are?
Think about it. That team, that first championship team they had, Harrison Barnes, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. That was their core young players that they built with to take them to the promised land. Who do you think the highest draft pick was of the 4 players I named?
Don't know.
Harrison Barnes.
Yeah, there you go. And
he wasn't a splash brother.
Where was Joker taken?
A second round.
Yeah, so, it's a cheat code. And Philadelphia's still waiting for the process to pay dividends,
God.
right?
By the way, he's not playing? He has shin soreness
It
now.
is amazing.
That's unreal. Unreal.
Jim in New Jersey, you're on ESPN New York.
Hey, Jimbo.
Hey, guys. I can fix the tanking problem by doing this. So, once a team is eliminated from postseason contention, every game they win after that date that happens, they get extra ping pong balls. So, let's say a team's eliminated from playoff contention, they win 10 more games, you either double or triple, times 2, however many balls that is. Secondly, they get an extended trade deadline, so they can make trades at any point through the season to help them win games in order to improve their draft odds.
It is interesting.
Third, the last thing is their salaries on trades don't have to match. So, for example, it ends the contract buyouts and waivers. So if they want to take on salary and go over the cap, they don't get taxed or fined on it.
You'll have teams that will build for next year that will tank for 1 year just so they can make trades and sign players and then next year be good. Like I like it because we're all trying to think outside the box, but that's
but the beginning part I like.
Yeah,
you're eliminated.
You want to try to incentivize hard play and effort and staying competitive, which is hard to do.
Yeah, I just want to know that both teams are on the court trying to win. As bad as the matchup is, like tonight's matchup, Nets and Cavs, not good for the Nets. And the Nets are tanking, so they don't care.
They don't care.
But I want to know that I want to know that the Nets, even though they're not as good as Cleveland, are trying to win the game.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think anyone has been eliminated yet from playoff contention.
Okay. And there's 27 games left.
Yeah, I'm looking on the standings because there's a mark that says eliminated. And despite the fact that Sacramento's 12-44, technically have not been eliminated yet. So you're this deep into the season, and there are teams that are openly tanking, and they're still not eliminated yet, which means that theory would be really difficult because it would. I mean, how many games are we talking about?
Right, and also there would be an incentive to tank early, to be eliminated, to give you more games to win to get the pick.
Go 0-41.
That's the problem. Because I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, it's not a bad idea, but now teams are going to tank, and then they get eliminated with 30 games left. All right, now they're going to go all out, but what about the first 50? Because their incentive was, I want more games to win to get more ping pong balls. No, it's nice try. I love it. I love the effort. ENN's next, so if you're on hold, we got the last call crew, so we will get to you, but we do not delay ENN on Hahn Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. You know what's interesting about the words personal injury? The first word is person. And at D'Agostino & Associates, that word means everything. That's because I handpick every person in our firm. From the pleasant professional person who answers your call to the experienced person litigating your case in court. Because every person in my firm is an extension of me, and the only way to exceed our clients' expectations is to deliver the highest level of personal service every single time. And that starts with hiring the right people. You see, we know that every client is a person too. Someone going through the toughest time in their lives and deserves to be more than just a file number. At D'Agostino & Associates, we put the person back in personal injury. So call 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222 and ask for me, John D'Agostino. And let's talk about your case, person to person. D'Agostino Law Bite Back.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Hey Yankees fans, 2026 Yankees individual game and group tickets are on sale now at yankees.com/tickets. Next season's home schedule is highlighted by interleague games against the Dodgers, Braves, and Cardinals. As always, we'll host the annual series of games against the Mets, as well as baseball's best rivalry with the Red Sox. Don't miss out on all the exciting action in the Bronx. Get your 2026 Yankees tickets today at yankees.com/tickets.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
I can't believe the deal we got on these seats for the game.
Wow, they must be pretty high up here. I think my ears just popped.
Yeah, here, put this on.
Is that an oxygen mask?
An official team oxygen mask.
Well, I can kind of see the field.
Good, your senses are still sharp. You're going to need them for phase 2 of the ascent.
Don't save money by sitting in the nosebleeds. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. This is an ENN special report. Now reporting...
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
Hi. Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Welcome to ENN, brought to you by... Yeah.
You ever watch YouTube?
Wow.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. Was there an incident? Is it copyright infringement? Did the Olympics take it?
It's brought to you by Ramsey Mazda.
Sure is.
I like to start off by saying good evening to Don.
Nancy, I love you. You're old. Like, God love you. You're 88.
That's so good.
Good evening to Don and myself.
If I get a chance to get it in.
There you go.
If I get a chance to get it in.
There you go.
Don't we all feel that way?
I didn't. I don't even.
No.
So
It's not
busy
going to get
sometimes.
any bigger.
We're so busy.
Man,
We're
I
so
go for it on fourth down.
busy.
There's a real doll in New York waiting for me with a full beard. I have to soil myself.
Well,
I
don't
like
edit.
fireworks.
Don't edit the drops. That's terrible.
What do you mean? Which one to edit?
I said something after that might have made sense.
I have to soil myself.
Yep.
Clearly, I was going to say
But
something
that's
else.
what drops are.
That, no.
No,
He
that's
doesn't know
not
how
what
drops
are.
work?
No, there's
no.
no context with drops.
It's right in your app.
You don't.
Yeah.
You don't fiddle with these things.
I ripped it out. Well, they'll come back and they'll plow this. Oh,
Thank you. Cool, man.
Yay!
you could do a
No
whole
tush push
conversation.
if you're not pushing the tush.
His name is Rosifer.
That was the most funniest off the cuff. You had no idea you were going to say Rosifer a millisecond before
I
you said
expect to be called ball coach. He's a man of his own. You know,
Sure.
his name is his own volition. I don't even know what it is. Ow! Ow! All right, everybody. Welcome to ENN tonight. A lot going on in the
A
world.
lot going on.
Damn right. Chicago Bears? No, more like the Indiana Bears.
Weird.
It looks like the quest for a new stadium took a meaningful step today, opening the door for the franchise to leave Illinois,
Mm-hmm.
potentially build a new domed stadium in Northwest Indiana.
Is that considered a Chicago suburb, though? I'm
Yep.
not familiar with it.
Chicagoland?
I think it's considered Chicagoland.
Yeah,
sure.
the Chicagoland area.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
would you get Wayne's World if you live there?
For sure.
Okay.
I think
Then
so.
what are we talking about?
It's the same thing as Jersey. It's the same thing as the Jets and Giants playing in New Jersey. It's like Florham Park might be further away from Manhattan.
I'll tell you the moment the Bears got Jim McMahon. It's not a big deal. Did you guys realize? I thought of this Soldier Field as different Soldier Field.
No, it's
But
like,
it's a
like Garden.
refurb.
It's been reimagined.
It's a refurb,
if you will.
It's the oldest stadium in football.
Did you say
Is it older than Lambeau?
It's number one.
Interesting.
1924.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Well, that's old.
And but the refurb from the outside looks different too. I always think of it as being different.
But it's the
not.
same. It's the same grounds that Ditka
But
played
it's
on.
yeah.
Sayer.
I got to play it again. I'll tell you the moment the Bears got Jim McMahon.
Gail Sayers ran on that same field.
That's right. Jim McMahon's eye
Yeah.
black, right there on that field.
So
Neil Anderson just
so
rushing
we
for
know,
first down.
Chicagoland is 13 to 19 counties across northeast Illinois, northwest Indiana.
There it is.
Southeast Wisconsin.
Oh, you bet your ass.
Forming a large wagon wheel suburban area around the city.
They still enjoy a delicious Chicago dog. That's the same field that Richard Dent was smacking people up, and
Right.
Mongo McMichael was
and played football,
running roughshod.
That's right. Now, Anthony, I don't think it made the air when he asked it. It's like the tri-state area. Chicagoland is like the tri-state area.
Literally.
It's the same field where Gale Sayers was flying in front of people's eyes.
That's it.
Willie Galt.
Yeah.
Running down the sidelines at a speed you couldn't imagine.
Right.
Mike Tomczak.
Right. Oh.
Mike Tomczak, he's
Rex
in that
Grossman.
thing.
Oh.
Kyle Orton, if it was a day ago, stepping back and launching that
The Mike
thing.
Tomczak is a great.
Mike
Paul.
Tomczak's a good one.
Yeah.
And for the
That's-
kids,
That's a good one, man.
thank you very much. It's the backup to Jim McMahon, in case you're wondering, kids.
Respectfully.
Respectfully is right. Brian Urlacher. The great Brian Urlacher.
Bobby Douglas.
Oh,
Look it up. Hey, that's
There you go.
Yeah, you're digging.
Yeah,
I'm not
dig
even
in.
gonna bother.
Willie,
I'm too caught up in Chicagoland. Like, how come
Chicagoland's a great Chicago. Let's be honest. Is Chicago the best nicknamed city in the country? Between
the Windy City,
the second city,
the second city,
Chi-Town,
Chi-Town,
the second city,
Yeah.
Chicagoland. I mean, it's rolling in nicknames.
Well, Chicagoland is like our tri-state area.
Yeah, but there's
That's
other.
what they call it. But
tri-state is weak because there's other tri-states.
Well, and
we're not the only tri-state.
So we should have a New York land or something.
Well,
right?
well, we can't do that. We
but
got to come up with something.
Chicagoland, doesn't it sound like an amusement park?
It does. And that's what Chicagoland is. Have you ever been to Northwest Indiana?
Bring the family, bring the kids. Chicagoland. We have everything, all the fun for all ages.
Right. That's what do you think Northwest Indiana's like?
Yeah.
It's like a big amusement park. They got a Zoltar.
No, they do. Yeah. Pie eating contest.
Ferris wheel pie eating contest.
Kissing booth.
It's all there for you.
It's all there.
I love that.
It is a great nickname town, though.
What is wrong with us?
I mean, Toronto's good. Toronto has a Toronto, T.O., T-Dot, the 6.
Yep. That's all new, though.
The 6 is new.
Always,
the 6 is new.
T.O. is T.O. The T-Dot and the 6 is new. That's more.
Well, no, the T.O. was the first one.
T.O. is always.
T-Dot is a good 20 years.
Yeah.
And then the 6 is, is post-Drake.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Apparently, I didn't know this.
Go ahead.
But, the lay people that say San Francisco.
Yeah. The Frisco Bay.
Frisco.
Yeah.
Apparently, the locals hate that. Spit on the ground.
Really? That's not a thing. Frisco?
That's what I was told that by a native San Franciscan.
How about San Fran?
I think that's acceptable, but not exactly appreciated.
But what do you say that's not? Because you can't just say the Bay Area or the Yay Area as it's known.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't say just San Francisco.
I know.
Because Oakland has Oaktown and the town.
Like I said, I was told when I said Frisco, this person gave me a dirty look.
Hot tuh!
Yep.
One
spit
of those.
on the ground.
Like if
you got a hawk tour right in your face.
If you is it at the level of if I'm in Hawaii, and it's my last day in Hawaii, and I go, no, I'm going to go back to the States. They get very upset.
Is that a thing?
Very upset
because they're a state. So why would you say I'm going back to the States? Mainland. You say the mainland. That's okay.
The mainland.
You never know what's going to tick off people, right?
Yeah, but you like to find it though, because the reactions are priceless. Just like you say, you're going, is that in Long Island, and you just want to smack them, back of the hand smack. Get them a fresh one.
But
we don't do that.
A freshie.
It is toolbox though when you talk about but you could say in Staten Island, but you have to say on.
No. I've already explained this. Staten Island is a borough.
Yeah, but it's still an island.
But when you refer to it as Staten Island that way, you're referring to it as a borough.
Now, if you say on Rhode Island, you're a moron.
Correct. In Rhode Island, no problem. I still maintain, and I don't care if I'm told that I'm wrong. I still maintain that people don't realize it, but in certain settings, they will casually say something is in Long Island and not on Long Island. Even people from Long Island will do it.
It could.
It slips
I
out.
can see that. Sure.
Like it's a play. Oh, is it the location? Blah blah. No, it's in Long Island.
Yeah, but we all wear rubber bands, and when we do it, we have to snap it.
That's how it works.
Oh yeah.
Lane Johnson's coming back. I know you guys are excited about that.
Okay.
This is what we're leading with?
No, I already didn't know. That would be the first story, which I just did.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the Bears.
Oh my God.
He enjoyed it so much he forgot about it.
On an Indiana tirade?
Yeah, you don't remember the last 10 minutes we've done on Indiana and Chicagoland?
Second story is strong.
Hi, I'm
too,
Dory.
We're doing footballs.
It shows you the kind of day we're having.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, you know what I'm saying?
It's really the whole week.
It's been a week.
2 weeks.
We listen. I've been thrilled with it, but we need some Knicks and Rangers.
We need content.
Lane Johnson's 35 years old, missed the final 7 games of the regular season, including the Eagles' playoff loss to the Niners. It was uncertainty whether he'd be back, but Lane Johnson will be back. Yay!
All right.
So happy about that.
Sorry, bro.
Steph Curry had another MRI on his right knee.
No bueno.
No, this one came back clean.
Well, that's good.
However, but
the fact that he's getting MRIs is no bueno.
No, that's the no bueno, right? Persistent pain and swelling, which I'd file under not what you want.
That's a good. That's definitely the file you don't want to be under.
The Warriors are in town from San Fran. No, what was it? Frisco. What was it again they don't like?
Frisco. Yeah.
They're in town from Frisco in Boston tomorrow night, taking on the Celtics.
Disgust me.
Boston Beantown. Is there another one?
I don't know.
That's really it, right?
I feel like there's another one though.
Boston, Beantown.
That might be it.
Just Boston.
Philly's the city of brotherly love.
That's right.
Sure is.
It's Philly.
The hub?
It's Philly. What's the hub?
Oh,
City
that's
on a hill. I'm just
Boston.
reading names.
Boston's the hub. Yeah, that's why
Okay, you know what?
the B and the Bruin logo.
They ever finished the dig there? Remember the dig?
Yes, it's unreal.
They finished it?
I saw it start to finish.
No, it's
Unreal.
not finished.
Yeah, done. It's gorgeous. What they did there should be done with the Cross Bronx Expressway.
It took them literally my entire life.
Yeah. I started. They started that thing in the mid '90s.
Yeah,
but it really what they've done there.
By the airport.
From the airport all the way up to TD Garden. 93. Now it's in a tube under the city, like it should be.
Like you dream about.
Like you dream about.
Well, if you guys were missing out, the USA women's hockey team has won Olympic gold.
That's not nothing. That's not nothing.
That's something. I'll give it. We can't play the call, but I'll give you this.
I think we just got fined by NBC.
It is a great ball. You can find it on social media before somebody gets arrested.
Don, do you want to just replicate the call now?
No.
That was hours ago.
What was it?
What
was
not
it?
right?
You sure? It's been hours
That's
now.
all. It's Kenny's call. No, not.
Oh,
you got nervous there.
Yeah. I was like,
it was
wow,
just
we're
like
doing
Now,
that.
you think Kenny has any more calls? Is he doing the men's as well?
Of course.
Yeah.
He does all the big hockey.
I think he will do all the hockey the rest of it. I think he'll do both games tomorrow, and he'll do the gold medal game on Sunday.
He's unreal.
Kenny always does the Olympics?
He has done the Olympics since Doc retired.
Yeah.
And when Doc did it, Kenny was like played the preliminary games but he
Early
was there.
Stuff. And did Kenny say to him, "Hey Doc, I hope I get to call all the gold medal games"?
By the way, Richard Deitch sends out that the
Richard Dent, you said
the USA Sweden game yesterday. So how many million do you think saw it? Game again 310.
310 USA Sweden. I'm gonna say 5.5 million still saw that game.
That's a very good
program.
guess. How about you, Alan Hahn? Al Hahn.
Yeah, I'll say 5 million.
Okay.
Rosenberg Hadadad.
6.9.
All right.
Wow, that's
not bad for a middle of the afternoon on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I would suspect that tomorrow's has a chance to be even better.
10.
And again, 8:00 in the morning on Sunday is a little tough, but
it's not great. You know what I would have appreciated? Wait, so they play? Oh, because the semis tomorrow,
right?
And they got to give them Saturday off.
So they don't have to, but they want to. I mean, no, because this is like a marquee. Usually for the Winter Olympics, this is the marquee event, and then this will be it, and then they'll go right into the closing ceremonies.
Speaking of which, Sid Crosby was banged up yesterday.
Yeah, not ruled out, however.
Can you get my volume back on my drops, please?
Oh no,
yeah,
general soreness.
He is absolutely not ruled out. According to Coach John Cooper, we have the best of the best looking at him, taking it day by day. He's undergoing an MRI. Appeared to be damage to his right leg, but obviously he wants to play if he can. Listen, if you're Sid the Kid at this point, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's unlikely another Stanley Cup is coming his way. Unlikely.
You would think, yeah. But
So this is potentially his last shot at a massive win.
Yeah, because I don't think he'll hang around another 4 years to be.
I wouldn't think so.
In the Olympics.
I would think this is it.
In 2030.
Yeah.
Because how old is he? Because 87 is the year he was born, so that makes him 39. Yeah, I don't think he's at 43.
What time is Canada playing tomorrow? They're like
10:30.
10:30 in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
I really haven't done a good job supporting him.
DC chimes in with nicknames for Detroit, Motor City, Motown.
You know what?
Yep.
Throw Detroit right in the conversation.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and
S-hole?
of course Detroit.
No, that's just us. I don't think that's a real thing.
That's how the Canadians pronounce it. Detroit and Calgary.
Now, if you want to throw in, I will say though, I truly believe that Motown.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other one you said?
Motor
City.
Mm-hmm.
Is Detroit Rock City an actual thing or just a
Kiss
song?
made it, but they might have taken ownership of it. I don't know.
But it's kind of a cool thing to
say.
say.
It is cool. And that song's, going to be 50 years old.
If it's a day.
It's a day, yeah.
So, I mean, they do have a good amount. I'll say Baltimore has a good one. Charm City, which I always thought was intentionally ironic. I thought you must be joking. It can't be Charm City. But it is. That's pretty good.
And
Detroit.
Vegas, Sin City.
Yeah, that's all they got.
Vegas.
Las Vegas, Vegas, Sin City.
And Indianapolis, Naptown.
It's sometimes when you just take the shortened city and then just add town, it seems like we're not trying. Like, is Naptown really trying?
Oh, I thought they called it Naptown because it's Sleepy Time Bobos.
Right, Naptown. That's because what do? You take a nap.
Yeah, because when the Super Bowl was there, you tried to get on the waiting list for St. Elmo's. And
That's it.
There's
3 things to do if you're in Indianapolis. Take a nap, go to St. Elmo's and have some shrimp like a gentleman, or just attack stray Uber drivers.
Wait a minute.
Those are the only activities. People don't know.
I didn't look at it. I didn't hear it. Like, but somebody did like the Jets' recent history.
Okay.
In AI.
Oh, boy.
And put music to it.
Oh, no.
And so you see Mark Sanchez like holding up a knife.
No. That is not good.
It's somewhere. I don't know where it is on social. I saw it.
Send that to me.
Now, Don, I'm going to say something. I'm going to. Should I take it as a bad sign for ENN that it sounds like, I can't be sure, it sounds like Alan's been typing his novella throughout the entire. Like, should I feel bad? Should I feel like the stories aren't?
I have a no, you're not wrong.
Should I feel like the stories aren't hitting right? Because it feels like he's writing a little story about his life.
No, I'm a bad guy, and I will, full disclosure. First, I have a pregame taping coming up in about 10 minutes.
He's getting his notes right.
And I've got to get my notes right. And I have Get Up tomorrow, and everybody knows, you know this, Peter, the producers send you
They got to answer the questions. There you go.
I have zero time before, during, and after the game to reply
so you're cheating.
to this.
You're doing your homework during class is
and
what you're doing.
I'm just trying to I'm trying to serve 3 masters at once.
You know what? It just
plus and add a fourth. DiPietro sent me a text that's really funny, and I can't say on the air.
Oh, can you send it to me?
You know
please?
what? I don't know.
See, Don, I think you're supposed to support me, and yet
Yeah,
all
but
you
I
want
like
to do
humor,
and you know
it's
not about Peter.
It's not about me.
But it doesn't.
No.
That's
oh,
why.
Wow.
That's why it didn't go to Don.
Ambassador Johnson.
Don, his only use he has for you is insulting me.
No, I get
that. That's the message you should take from Rick.
But please,
he doesn't care for you.
Please send it to me, Alan. I want to
Was
see.
the
why can't I
clickety-clack
send it to all of us?
I will send it to all of us. It was the clickety-clack that bad. I
Don may not
apologize
have
to
noticed.
everyone.
Did you notice it, Don?
After you said it, I'm like, yeah, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
I
Anthony,
apologize.
had you noticed the typing?
I have not.
Wow, so maybe it was just me.
I'm sorry.
You're forgiven.
I'm a bad team.
You're forgiven. Now, so does this mean is this a hotel night?
I could.
No.
I can read this. You can read this.
No, you can't.
Yes, but just not the last part. But you can read up until.
This was a topic today on their show for some reason. I don't know how they got to this.
Well, but why didn't he send this to Don?
Yeah.
See, this is the bad guy moment for
But
Rick.
listen, it happened.
No,
because I was talking about how in Canada they pronounce it Calgary.
And Rick simply said that after Don's experience in Calgary, the nickname is actually Soil City. Now,
that's funny.
But let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Why is he such a bad guy that he had to have that joke behind your back? Why not send it right to me?
He knew I was going to.
So he thought Alan would go with it.
But yeah, I guess because it was about me, he doesn't send it to you or me when it's about us.
It's material that I could have used without giving him credit, but we all give him credit.
Okay, that's true.
I just think it's amazing that he remembers the worst of people.
But how did that come up in their
show
show
No one remembers the worst of people like he does. It's incredible.
Yeah, why were they talking about when Don made in his pants?
I don't know. Then they asked, like, I think it was Dave was like, "Do you think he gave them to Nancy?" Said Nancy, "Go clean these."
I wonder why that came up.
I don't.
That's why I love our station.
It's very bizarre.
It's the interplay between the shows.
I gotta tell you, because I was back there this year. Like, it's
the site of the crime.
Yeah, and you can't not think about it.
No, how do you not? I thought about you when I went to Saudi Arabia.
Oh, boy.
Because after the flight,
No.
I remember I had I think I told you guys I felt my stomach felt a little uneasy after the flight.
Uh-oh.
And then we went to the amusement park.
I have to soil myself.
And when we went to the amusement park, because I didn't feel like I was in a great spot. I was worried. I'm like, if this ride is as bad as everyone says, can you imagine if I pull a Don in Calgary on this ride?
Would have made a heck of a picture.
Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine the picture on the way down? So I you know what I mean? It just
listen. I told the story
In your pants.
because we could all relate.
Well,
no, you can't.
To varying degrees. I really hope to never emulate your exact situation.
The suit survived.
I know the suit. I'm not worried about the suit.
The suit survived.
Yeah, I'm worried about myself, you know?
Yeah.
I just like...
There's no coming back from that. It's forever remembered.
I want your butt.
Peter Poopy Pants. Like, that's what you'd hear forever.
All right. Although we didn't come up with
And
one
luckily
for
I had my luggage with me because I couldn't take the bus over with the team, so I had to change.
Pond scum.
The only thing
Chocolate soft serve.
Where?
In Calgary, the press shares the bathroom with the fans, so that made it interesting.
So
they also thought that you bought Calgary Flames pajamas.
Like to cover up.
And that's what you called the game.
No.
They just made up a
So
really
what,
elaborate story.
You had backup pants?
Because he had his luggage.
It didn't make it to the pants. I had backup underwear.
So
didn't make it to the pants.
Now, I got a question. This is a tough question to ask on the air,
Sure.
but I'm going to try my
Why not?
best.
Do it.
When you went in the bathroom,
Oh, boy.
were you able to do any sort of maintenance and cleaning of yourself?
Oh,
Of
wow.
course.
How does one do that?
They
though?
have
Dude wipes.
stalls in the men's room in
So
Calgary.
you went in there and did the best you could.
Of course.
That's all you can.
I made
do.
it work.
You made it work.
Yeah.
Make it work.
It was before the fans were let in, so I had the bathroom to myself.
Right.
Oh, that's good. Imagine if they walked in.
Oh. Did you wet some paper towels? You just gave yourself a little bath.
I was fine.
Bird bath, if you
wouldn't
will.
have known. I mean, I was green because I was sick to my stomach, but
Hey, Alan, we hope you have a great time with the
enjoy
Knicks and the
yourself.
Pistons tonight.
Is that the last thought in your head?
Think about that
The last
tonight.
image, fantastic. I hope I don't see that on the court tonight.
Right.
Guys, see you tomorrow.
We'll talk tomorrow. Enjoy that. Enjoy the get. So Alan's going home tonight.
Now,
And then coming back in.
well, let me ask
In
you
your
this.
pants.
What's worse? Because Tony Saragusa told us a story on the air, the late Tony Saragusa.
Can't believe he's the late.
When he was with the Colts, he had that happened to him on the
Oh,
field.
I remember the story.
And
yeah.
he laid there as if he was hurt. And then I think they actually took him off on a stretcher because they were wearing white pants. He couldn't leave. So they made it seem like he had a spinal injury.
And by the way, and think about how big he is.
I know.
They can't lift him up. He's got to get blockage out there so he can get up, and lay down again. I can't believe Goose is gone.
And for a while now.
Oh, a long time. 10 years?
He might have been gone a decade. I got to look that up. God, I miss him. He was such a great guy.
I didn't know him at all.
He
really made it work for him, though, as a broadcaster.
2022.
Oh,
it wasn't that long ago.
5 years ago.
And
4 years ago.
4 years ago.
He's a Charger now.
Because he had the whole, remember the doing the man cave stuff. And then he had the trailer, the tailgate trailer. So he would bring the trailer, I guess, to advertise it to Jet and Giant games, the games that he wasn't doing, or even if he was doing, he'd go into the stadium, and he'd come by our broadcast all the time. He was just, you could not help but have fun.
Really?
He was
great.
he was just terrific.
The vibe he got, because I remember when Goose started doing the TV thing. I've always been a snob and annoying about broadcasters and think I'm God's gift and everybody else's whatever. I remember when he first started being like, is this guy good? He's just kind of standing around and yapping, What is this? It's not traditional at all. And then as time went on, he really found his way with it. It became a really sort of unique approach to having a sideline reporter, Tony Saragusa's way, man.
And it is interesting because they've never tried to duplicate it again.
No.
It's weird. Monday Night Football put Booger in that seat, right? It would go by the camera, and he would go up and down the field, the side of the field, up in the air.
Yes, the Booger cam.
They never did it again. And they never, they replaced, well, they didn't replace Tony, but like it was Kenny, Vilma, and Saragusa. No, it might have been Moose Johnson and Saragusa.
It was Kenny, Moose, and Goose.
But
there
they
it is.
didn't. They never decided to do the field again. It was only for Saragusa.
Yeah, and he kind of had his mic. He would stand like in the end zone at times. And Don, didn't he have his mic on like kind of the whole time?
Yeah,
like he would weigh in during random.
And he wasn't a sideline reporter. He was an analyst, but he said he wanted to be on the field. He thought it was better to be on the field, but I guess nobody else wants to be on the field. I can't see how you've been down there. I don't know how you can.
Well, you got to walk.
Everything.
You got to walk with the sideline and try your best to get up and maybe want to get his steps.
Maybe.
Rest in peace, Tony Saragusa, though. Oh, we really did it all today. That'll do it for ENN. Brought to you by our friends over at Ramsey Mazda. Get more for your money at Ramsey Mazda, like the new 2026 Mazda CX-50 or Mazda CX-90. Choose wisely. Choose a Ramsey Mazda.
Some people call it calls at the end of the show. We call it the last call crew.
That's right.
1-800-919-3776, right up till 7 o'clock. Right up to Knicks basketball.
And can I tell you something, too?
Sure, why not?
Well, it's not too late to bet the winter games on FanDuel. All right, you got game lines, you got medal counts, all the different angles on the main events. You're going to have the U.S. men playing tomorrow when we're doing the show. We're excited to have that going on. And FanDuel gives you more ways to stay connected to the action. The winter games are on, and there's no better way to follow them than with a bet on FanDuel. Curling matches that start slow and somehow get tense fast, speed skating decided by inches, hockey games that feel different from the opening faceoff, and so much more. I'm feeling USA hockey tomorrow. It's where I think I lean, at least for my pick. Anyways, visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. FanDuel, play your game 21 and over. Physically present in New York. For help with the gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
March is here, and the madness is underway. Schweppes offers above-the-rim refreshment and is proud to sponsor the Big East Conference. Take a break from the action with a Schweppes Seltzer. Enjoy 7 refreshing flavors, such as black cherry, lemon lime, cranberry lime, and strawberry mango. Each Schweppes Seltzer flavor provides a perfect touch for any occasion. Schweppes, a sparkling tradition since 1783, and the perfect way to elevate your everyday refreshment. Stop by your local food bazaar to get your favorite Schweppes Seltzer for a slam dunk experience.
This February at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, love is in the air with our $100,000 Roll into Romance drawing. Be here on Fridays in February from 3 to 7 p.m. when each hour one lucky guest is drawn to roll the dice for a shot at winning up to $5,000. Earn entry starting at 2 p.m. Club members can earn up to 5 times entry multipliers at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Smalls here. Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your 6 figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year 1 needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, they've seen it all. And they're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
Thanks again for taking me to the game, man. I can't wait to get in there. By the way, what's in the bag?
Oh, I bring my own hot dog and peanuts. Saves a ton.
Savvy. And what about the beach chairs?
Why buy seats when you can save big and bring your own?
We can't get in without tickets.
Tickets? What do you think the portable TV is for?
Don't save money pretending to go to the game. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Ever want to go to the NBA Finals?
Well, now's your chance, courtesy of FanDuel. All you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future, and you'll be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for two. NBA futures let you lock in your pick for who you think will go all the way, whether it's a team to win the championship or a conference title. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. Ever want to go to the NBA Finals? Well, now's your chance, courtesy of FanDuel. All you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future, and you'll be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for two. NBA futures let you lock in your pick for who you think will go all the way, whether it's a team to win the championship or a conference title. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. 21 and over, physically present in New York. No purchase necessary. Limit one entry per profit boost token. Option required. Must apply profit boost token on select target. Restrictions apply. See full terms, including methods of entry, at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-OPEN-Y or text OPEN-Y 467-369.
Last call, crew, 1-800-919-3776. Let's dive into the busy phones, and let's talk to Richard in Manhattan. How are you, Richard? What's going on?
Fellas, the NBA has two problems. First of all, the regular season is deemed nothing. They don't care where they finish. I would change this. The 20 teams in the playoffs, when you get to the second round, best of 7, 2 games at home for the team with the worst record, all through the finals. So it's instead of 4-3, it's 5-2. And I have a way you have it. The first 2 games are at the worst team's record. The next 5. The owner, down to the coach, down to the players, will take more care in winning the regular season games. That's for sure. Okay. Number 2, tanking. No tanking. All 30 teams have a same chance at the ping pong ball. 3%, 3.3%. That's it. You can tank, but you ain't going to have a better chance of getting a better player. And if you say the bad teams are going to, no, it's all on the lottery. That's all luck. You better get a better general manager, get better players, because we don't want tanking and we don't want players sitting out. You can sit out the games. LeBron, you don't have to play, but your owner, your coach is going to have to pay for it. So that's the only way that'll be transmitted. Now, in the postseason, as the Knicks have shown, home court is not that big a deal. But you got to make it incentivize, and that's the best way to do it. Alan, are you there?
No, Alan, unfortunately.
Okay, Don, I got one more thing for you.
Go ahead.
NBA.
Yes.
The New York Knicks are the only team. I've been watching the NBA 63 out of the 80 years of existence. That's 80% of the NBA. So the only part I didn't see was George Mikan. But you talk about Bill Russell all the way through Chamberlain, through everyone. The Knicks, the great Knicks team, and you can go through about 15 great teams in the 63 years that I've been watching. So you go through the San Antonio and Magic, and there's only been the New York Knicks, Don, Peter, the only team that had 3 players that were all equal. I cannot say Willis was better than Clyde, and I certainly can't say Clyde was better than DeBusschere. They are the only team. You can go back and look, and really the only team that I can think of with 2 equal players was Steph and Durant on the Golden State team. If you look back to all the great teams, every team had a 1-2, and certainly a 1-2-3. You know, but there was no team.
Yeah, because you get the
no
whole
team like the Knicks.
Yeah, it's like the whole Batman and Robin situation where you have like that one dominant player. Now, what about the 04 Pistons? Let me just punch up their roster because that was obviously after Isaiah. So the
That's
04.
Chauncey Billups, Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace.
Was anybody clearly the best player on that team?
Ben Wallace, but not the best offensive player.
He wasn't. Yeah, I think
the best offensive player was Rip Hamilton.
It might have been like a 3-way tie between Rasheed, Chauncey, and Rip.
Yeah. Now, they did win a title. Would you consider them a great team? No, weren't a dynasty team.
No, but
neither were the
great
Knicks.
The
Knicks won in 70 and 73, so it wasn't like the Knicks were a dynasty either. That would probably be the only team I can think of. Would be the 04 Pistons. But that's always where you revert back to, that they were the exception to every rule, it seemed like. Not a great team, won a title. Didn't have a superstar, won a title. Kind of just an odd year where sometimes that happens. Let's go to Joe in Syracuse. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Joe?
Hi, guys. First time, long time.
Cool, man.
Kind of situation. If you were to maybe incentivize the player, I mean, obviously the teams to play, but take it almost in the owner's pocketbook. If you become, say, you're a lottery pick, and you lose, I don't know, collective bargaining, you lose 50% of the revenue you make from TV contracts. Maybe the next year you're lottery pick again, you lose 60%. Take that money you're taking there away from the owners, put it into the NBA tournament they have going on there, that midseason tournament. You incentivize those guys to play more. A little bit more money in their pocket. You kind of fix maybe both situations. Because what's the number one thing we say about owners? They don't like to lose money.
Yeah,
I
guess the issue would be in that, and because I don't hate your idea, Joe, but what if there is it like I don't think Indiana's tanking. I think Indiana they lost their best player. They're not very good. Do they deserve to lose revenue in a year where everything goes wrong for you? As like Utah, you find them $500,000. If you want to do that to Utah, who's clearly not caring, but can you prove it? Can you prove it enough to take that kind of money away from them? Like an NBA owner doesn't want to give up $500,000 in fines, but he's probably not going to fight it.
Right.
If I'm going to lose 60% of my revenue, I'm taking you to court
for sure.
And you're going to have to prove to me that I tanked. Sometimes it's obvious, like Utah, it's pretty obvious, but how can you do it? They'll just come up with inventive ways of, hey, this guy was hurt. I didn't pull him because I was tanking. He legitimately was hurt. He's got a bad back. You know, he's got a barking knee. I don't want to hurt him for next year. I like the effort though. I do like the effort for people because I think everybody's sickened by this garbage. Ray's got the best question. He's in Rockland. You're on ESPN.
Hey, Ray.
What's up, Ray?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good, man.
Good. So, Donnie, I've been trying to call you for a couple of years now. I'm actually a professional balloon artist, and I want to come make balloons at your softball event.
Wow. You know, at the end of the call, Ray, we'll put you on hold. We'll get your information. It's always in like late July, August, so we got a few months.
I'm around.
I will get your information.
I live in Wayne, so I'm moving to Wayne. So
okay, so you're right. You're just not that far away.
Yeah, not far at all. But you were talking about breakfast earlier.
Yes.
You want to make the best French toast in the world, get a little airplane bottle of Captain Morgan Spice rum, throw that in there, game changer.
Okay. I don't mind.
Straight up. And my dad was a high school football coach, and on Monday nights when he had his scout meetings, my mom would make us pancakes and bacon. And to me, breakfast for dinner is like God, you know.
It is cool. Like if you're going to,
on a special occasion, it hits.
I believe that if you're going to a diner for dinner, pancakes or breakfast could be on the table for you. Right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that's a problem.
If you're going where for dinner?
A
diner?
Yeah, if you're going to a diner.
No, if you're at a diner that's 24-hour breakfast, you think about it. If you know they do a good breakfast, why not?
Absolutely.
Oh, I do it all the time. And Peter, congratulations on being a dad. Those little girls change you, don't they?
Oh, yeah, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
You find something whole, and Donnie, you get it too. You find something totally different inside you when that little girl comes.
Yeah, there's definitely like a girl dad situation. And Ray, I put you on hold so we can get the information from you. But yeah, you'll see it as you get older. Like I don't know. There's a bond that's created between a dad and a daughter. I mean, I have my son too, but that's obvious. Like, of course, two males are going to have a bond, have a lot in common. But it's not so much I have a lot in common with Jalen because I don't necessarily have the same interests.
No, it's different.
I don't like unicorns and fairies and leprechauns the way she does. But there's just you'll see it. It's even hard to explain.
I'm aware that the father-daughter thing exists. The mother-son thing exists as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a different one thing as we talk about whether if we have a second child we'd rather have a girl or a boy. Sometimes we think we would just love to have another girl because she's so wonderful. And then sometimes I think for Natalie, as wonderful as her bond is with Maya, I would want her to get to feel sort of what the mother-son thing feels like because the father-daughter thing is awesome. Just feeling like this like ultimate caretaker person. It just
it's cool. It's hard to put into words, but that's what makes it so special because there's just something magical about it. It's really cool. And as Maya gets older, you'll see it more and more.
Oh, for sure.
So it's pretty cool because you'll get her side of it. Because right now she's just too young.
Right. It's all me.
But once she starts to develop a personality and starts to talk, it's going to be really cool. certainly something to look forward to. More of your calls coming up at 1-800-919-3776. Don, Hahn, Rosenberg till 7 o'clock. And then Knicks Pistons on ESPN New York.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Gold prices are soaring, and silver is near an all-time high. If you want to get cash in your hands for your old or unwanted jewelry, now is the time. Get the most competitive prices at the Estates Roadshow, happening all week long. Old rings, chains, and even broken jewelry. Don't wait. Cash in while gold and silver are hot. 4 locations this week: Staten Island, Secaucus, Clark, and Toms River. Bring your gold, silver, coins, diamonds, and watches, even broken pieces, and get cash on the spot. The prices of gold and silver are at an all-time high, so there's never been a better time to sell. No appointments, no fees, no pressure. Just friendly professional buyers with over 35 years in the business. Go to the Estates Roadshow, Monday through Friday in Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn, Secaucus at the Hilton Garden Inn, Clark at the Holiday Inn, or at TMT Cash for Gold in Toms River. Just walk in with your old jewelry and walk out with cash in your hands. For more info, visit estatesroadshow.com and follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook for all upcoming events.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Be part of it isn't just a slogan. 2026 season tickets are on sale now, and this is your chance to join the tradition and legacy of the New York Yankees. Purchase a plan and enjoy the best seat locations, significant savings, and flexible payment options. Plans start at just 9 games. Log on to Yankees.com, call 212-YANKEES, or email seasontickets@Yankees.com. For 2026 Yankees season tickets, email seasontickets@Yankees.com today.
So, should we split the bill?
But math is the worst.
Not all math, because with New York Lottery's extra multiplier scratch-off games, you can multiply your winnings up to 200 times.
Wait, multiply my winnings?
Yeah, you take your winnings, then multiply those winnings up to 200 times.
So all of my winnings times 200?
Yeah, that.
Oh, I've always said math's the best.
Play for chances to multiply your winnings 30, 50, up to 200 times. Prizes up to $5 million. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Hey team, Wendy here. If you're looking to consolidate your high-interest credit card debt with a personal loan, take a look at SoFi's stats. A SoFi personal loan comes with low fixed rates, no fees required, and as soon as same-day funding. That looks good on paper, but SoFi also passes the eye test. Having helped its members pay off over $33 billion in debt to date, score. View your rate for a SoFi personal loan at SoFi.com/stats today. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, NA member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply at SoFi.com/stats. NMLS 696891.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
All right, let's do it. 1-800-919-3776. Vladimir in New Jersey. You're on ESPN New York.
How you guys doing?
Good, buddy.
Hear me?
Yeah?
All right. Love the show. First time, long time. I was calling about the NBA with how I think they should do with the whole draft and stop the tanking. So I just want to say, first of all, that we could agree that tanking starts from ownership down, right?
Yes.
That's how I feel. It starts from ownership down because the same teams will be in the lottery year after year after year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I heard you guys earlier, and I really think the NBA winner of the NBA Cup, whether you want to say which pick, but in this situation, say the winner of the NBA Cup gets pick number 1. The runner-up would get something like pick number 4. And then you use the play-in tournament to give the 2nd and 5th pick to the winner of the 7th spot with the best record and the winner of the 8th spot with the best record. And then the 3rd pick would go to the best team record outside the playoffs. And I think what that does is get those teams from like 7 to 10 that are not good enough to make it far into playoffs, but good enough to make it into the playoffs, make them go from good to great. And that's where I think they should focus on rewarding. And then those last few teams, they would be in a lottery for pick 6 through whatever is left, but by best record, rather than, the last whatever teams are left that didn't make the playoffs and that 19 that did get the pick. Those last teams would make it best record and then do the percentage of which spot you get. I think it's more important to my thing is not making bad teams good. It's making good teams great, while at the same time lifting up like the NBA Cup and the season. Because if you're in the NBA Cup is like an NFL game is one time. The NBA Cup is not 7 games. You're not playing 7-game series. So anyone could win. The Hawks could beat the OKC in one night and win the Cup. Imagine if New York had the number 1 pick and how crazy the NFL.
I know it would be.
would
And the other thing they're going to have to figure out too, Vladimir, and thank you for the phone call, is I don't think they're going to be teams that are going to want to win this Cup. Let's just say, for sake of argument, the Knicks fall short, get bounced in the second round. That's going to be 3 straight years of the Cup in which the winner seemed to be affected in the second half and didn't go as far. You're going to see teams like, I don't want this. But by what he's saying is not only are you going to be competing for the pick, you're also, going to want to win the Cup. It doesn't seem like any of those things are on the table as far as the ideas that the NBA have, but who knows? Things can change over time. Let's go to Jimmy in Montclair. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Jimmy?
Hey, guys, love the show. Hell of a week with the full frontal shows.
Oh, great. We got rest of the week, too, and then deep into next week.
Can't ask for anything better
like
than
you
that.
dream about.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Exactly. Hey, quick question, Don. Obviously, Sweden's out now. Markstrom played a hell of a game.
He did.
You think we're going to keep going forward with him? And I know Luke is back on the ice. What do you think? It would have been amazing to have Queen at the, but hey, man, what is it, 2 years, 3 years?
I've been watching these Olympics, Jimmy, trying to see, is there anything that can spark the Devils when we get back? Like, will Markstrom play better because he was so effective in the Olympics? And the way, certainly the way Hischier and Meyer have played for Switzerland, that's the hope. Because they're not dead, but it doesn't feel great. But you said it. Luke's back at practice. Sheldon Keefe said he's encouraged. So I do think he'll be back at some point. But the depth on the blue line to me is not an issue because Kovacevic has played well, and I think Hamilton was playing very well. They just got to score damn goals, man. They just do not score goals. So hopefully Hischier and Meyer come back, and they're sparked by what the Olympic run, and they start scoring some goals because, the Devils play well. They kill penalties. They don't allow a lot of shots. They don't commit a lot of penalties. They play well. I just can't score. So hopefully something will spark them. Speaking of scoring, Griffin in Connecticut. Who I was concerned about. We haven't heard from him all week.
No.
Has goal scorers for tomorrow.
I do.
Go ahead.
I have Trey Thompson and Brock Nelson. I think they have been very good in the penalty when they've been on the penalty.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if they get on the power play tomorrow, I think Trey Thompson could find the back of the net or Brock Nelson.
Tage Thompson.
Trey Thompson.
Tage.
Okay.
Tage.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I like where your head's at.
What, Peter?
So you got them winning, beating Slovakia, going to the gold medal game.
Yep.
Now, are you going to get up at 8 in the morning on Sunday to watch? Or are you going to DVR, sleep in?
No, he's in.
And like a gentleman, get up like 1 o'clock in the afternoon and enjoy?
Nope, I'll be up.
Damn right. What do you put on a little USA jersey? How do you partake in a game like this?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
You don't strike me as an in the nude guy like Michael Kay.
Yeah, I never understood that neither.
No.
Yeah, no. This is
sometimes
not
sometimes I'll have my shirt off because I get too hot from excitement.
So hold on. So mid game, this thing's heating up. You're taking the shirt off like Petey Pablo, chucking it and just getting the air.
Maybe if it turns into what it was yesterday when we went into overtime.
Wow.
Like take it out, like twirl it around.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
play Raise Up. I need Raise Up by Petey Pablo before this show ends.
That was Gronk when they won the Super Bowl. Remember he was dancing, took his shirt off, started twirling it in the air.
No, I'm not. I might if they won the gold medal.
Take it off.
Listen, I don't ask anything of you, Griffin. I think we have got a great relationship. We don't ask anything of each other. You call, we talk, and that's it. But if you're going to be taking your shirt off and twirling and dancing, I would like some video footage of that. I think we can make that work for our social media.
Great post on social media.
Yeah, what do you think? Get mom or dad to just maybe get the camera going.
If you're jumping up and down, you're going crazy.
If there is a celebration on Sunday, if they get there, now they have to get there.
Yep, they have to get there.
And again, because I'd like to see that. I was concerned. I was going to actually bring up on the air. I didn't get a chance to. Like, where's Griff? We haven't talked to him in like a week.
This one's for who? Us.
I don't know the name of the song. Is there a song out like Gasoline or something?
Yeah, sure there is.
All right. I saw it on Good Morning America.
It's 20 years old if it's a day.
All right. I don't know it.
All right.
But 2-month-old baby sitting on the floor. And the mother goes, Alexa, play Gasoline by whoever.
Daddy Yankee.
You got to see the baby and the dancing. Try to punch it up.
And I'm gonna do that. And turn your mic off. I'm gonna tell you what that song's about.
Well, that's unfortunate because. But check it out on social media because it is adorable.
I don't like
you've
having
officially ruined it for me. To the point where now I can't ever watch it.
I don't even like just putting in the search makes me feel like I'm going to pop up on the Epstein file.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
I got to find this now, though.
Knicks basketball is next. Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN.
Hi, this is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm.